reggae music, it more powerful, you know, it speak about the right things. You understand? It inspiring for the right things. Dancehall music, it have a whole heap of immoral things in it. You understand? Even though I like the vibes and them something there, I prefer reggae music. Reggae music can change the world for good.
So,
you know?
Just need a big bag, I'ma get it so fast, I'm so fast. And when I get that money, I'ma make that last. Caribbean currency, we make that money last. We make it last. I just need a big bag, I'ma get it fast, get it fast, get it fast. I just need a big bag. I just need a big bag.
welcome to another episode of Caribbean Currency, where Caribbean culture meets financial literacy. And today, we have our very, very special guest. But before I introduce my guest, I gotta introduce my co-host.
Yeah.
Redman. He don't get any feelings when I don't large him up, you know? So I have to large up my co-host Redman.
Oh.
Redman, what good?
I say if you know I losing weight, I know I see the stomach down a little bit. A little 2 pounds.
And I have to large up our EP, our executive producer, Sony. You're gonna hear her, but you might not see her. But she there about large up Sony. Sony, what you saying?
I hear.
All right, boom. So now the formalities out of the way. Everybody good?
Everybody good.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Boom. We're about to jump into a very, very important episode. We are here with a son of the Jamaican soil, content creator extraordinaire, comedian on top of that, and community activist, my boy, my brother, Mr. Negus Imara. What you say, my youth?
Salute. Big up the whole podcast, you know. Honest to
That
everybody.
was a big intro,
All
Mr.
Yeah,
right, then.
man say community activist, me I say, all right, father. Yeah, let's go.
We have to call it what it is,
You
bro.
understand? Yeah, man.
Exact.
Yeah, man. This been a long. I've been trying.
Yeah.
Catch up with you for a little minute. You know what I mean? Cause one for me, when I first start out and just being known on the internet, there were like jokes and things like that. So, man, like you, Bobby Sachs, yourself, Major Hype, wow, always like inspiration. You check like even like you know, like you try copy, you know.
Yeah.
Flattery, not just try steal, you know, but like you're watching to see how they're doing it.
Inspire.
And you inspire,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So when I see you connected to some of the people that I'm connected to, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to pull this string here. No, it's time to pull this string. No, the podcast is big enough. We got game in a big blue chair,
sure.
man.
That
So,
is it.
you know what I mean? Just welcome into our space and, you know, we just have a real dope conversation about the man and, you know, the origins.
Yeah, man. For real, man. For real.
For sure. So tell us, I mean, I said it in the intro, but you could talk a little bit about your upbringing, where you were born, like how you grew up.
Well, you don't know, as him said, we come from Jamaica still, you know. Spend about 19 years in Jamaica and then we go to Boom dip off. But before we dip off, you know, we come from a humble background, you know what I'm saying? Single parent also, big up my mother every time.
Yes, sir.
Things did rough, but you know, that kind of build way for these times. You understand, as adults, you know. Well, in Jamaica still, you grew up early still, so
Yeah.
you're a 12-year-old and you do adult things.
Adult things,
Right.
facts.
You know, so, you know, when we really get to live life as an adult now, we kind of did prepare for it because we don't know what hungry feel like.
Definitely.
We know what sufferation feel like. So, them little things, them little trial and error thing that I go through right now is like soft, so
Yep.
easy for manage, you know, so we're not complaining about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, to the core, we are still yard man, even though we're there America now for a tall time.
Yeah.
We are still yard man to the core. Still island,
For
never
sure.
lose the culture.
For sure.
You know, we adapt certain American things, yes, but the core
Core.
of Negus
Yes.
still have red, gold, and green, you know.
I will.
Yeah,
What part of Jamaica?
Well, we did born at East Kingston, but my move got Portmore and me a little youth. You know, big up cartel, one Portmore, you see me?
Yeah.
So I move to Portmore, I'ma spend the rest of my time over in a Portmore. So, you know, when I was a child, it was in East Kingston, Belmont Road. But most of my memories are from Portmore, guys, you see me?
Right.
We grew up teenage and them something that run road and rare. So yeah, I'm tell everybody Portmore.
You have any younger siblings?
Yeah. Not in a Jamaica, but over here.
Okay.
I have 2 younger siblings over here, so, but I just in a Jamaica, just me and my older sister and brother.
Okay.
Mm.
And that's the reason I asked, because in the Caribbean culture, you mentioned growing up fast.
Yeah, man.
Is especially when you have younger siblings.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I guess you was the younger sibling.
Yeah. Them never take care of me.
Yeah. Large up to your older
yeah.
siblings.
Yeah,
Cool,
man.
cool.
Big them up, man.
So here I know, right? Like when I went yard one time, when Buju come home, we went yard to see Buju, right? 'Cause,
Bad.
like I tell you, off screen, Buju are like really influential to my generation in the Virgin Islands. Make we locks up and seek far right and think about Africa and your identity and empower him and Sizzla and Anthony be them, right? So we went yard and you only could imagine what you might think yard could be like, but yard is like just a big island, man.
Yes, man.
Cause we from small island, you check, so we thinking yard might be a little, but yard is just pure island, man. It's just a bigger,
Yeah. How much? What the population in
100,000
100,000
between the 3 island them, 100,000.
Like 150
Damn.
tops. Yeah, it's not
3
like
million there, Jamaica.
Listen, no, you could drive from one end of St. Thomas to the other end of St. Thomas in 30 minutes. The man tell me we going St. Thomas, Jamaica, and on the road for a long time, like
Yeah,
in the
man.
States.
Yeah, man.
And I say, hey, why we still driving, bro? This
man.
an island.
Yeah.
You see me? So I either have that same vibe when you go to other islands, like, no man, they like yard, but they're just smaller.
Yeah, pretty much. Even like the scenery, you know?
Right.
Patrol them in the road same way too. You know what I mean? But Jamaica want them different. Jamaica patrol them a swimming pool, bro. You know, the greenery, you understand? The hospitality, the island hospitality. Like, my just telling us, say, I got Tartola the other day, go do a comedy show, and the people, them, they were so receptive and so loving and kind. Like, I'm like, this is different from America. You know, like in America, people will come in our room and don't even say good morning and them look something. Thank you, hello, and no.
Yeah.
In the islands,
Yeah.
manners.
Yes.
People
Yes.
full of manners.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
And we start in my conferences and stuff. I always say one thing you're gonna find in Caribbean household, before you know anything else, you're gonna know manners.
Yeah, man.
You gonna understand
Have
the
to.
importance of being respectful. So I always say, like, if we put that same level of education when it comes to educating our kids on manners and the importance of finances, we start very, very early in the Caribbean household. So therefore, when everybody becomes adults, now it's a situation where we are a lot more financially literate. We understand more stuff, because one thing we have in common in all Caribbean islands is manners.
Yeah, man. Have to.
You have to. So I said that to say the importance of, and this we're gonna get into this later, but that's the importance for me of having them financial literacy conversations early, so that therefore we breed the same way we breed a people of respect, a respectable people. We will breed a financially literate people, you know. So therefore we know here struggling, because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, and if we don't do something different to shift our level of focus and our level of thinking, it's gonna stay hard. So we have to change that barrier, you know.
Definitely right.
Jamaican drivers don't have manners, though.
Yeah, no, not on the road, not on the road.
No, them man don't stop a stop sign, bro. I
Man, the
telling
business,
you,
man.
I the whole time coming from the airport, I like listen. Yeah, because holding now because when they reach the stop sign, it's like who reached the first and then go one time. Ain't really like a breaks and stop and like a eye contact type of thing. And it's like, I reach first and that's gone. You know what I mean? So that man that man ready on the road in Jamaica, you know, that man a fly on the road.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It ain't good to be a pedestrian crossing the street.
Facts. It's dangerous. It's risky business.
So let me actually say, like, how it was growing up in yard, like climb tree, eat mango.
Yeah, man. Run barefoot.
Yeah.
Play football in the rain. Cricket. Like, yeah, man. It and that's the thing. I kind of feel a little pity for them nowadays kids here.
Yeah.
Because them barely go outside.
Yeah.
They're on tablet and rare. You know, like some of it, like would you have, well, not me still. Some of my friends them did have gaming console like Nintendo 64 and them look something there. But even though them did have it, we're still outside.
Yes.
Right.
Because there was something about outside that was unreal, bro. It's like a level of freedom where
Yes.
it's like no other.
Yes.
You climb tree and I eat mango. we have a thing in Jamaica we call run boat. Like we all put our money together or buy some local food item and we cook.
Right.
And we eat. We call that run boat. We do them local something there.
Yeah.
You know? So as I tell you, like when it comes to fun, I had fun in my childhood
Facts.
days, brother. I was not inside. As I come back from school, take off my uniform, outside.
Yep.
Outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, say if your mother call you in, you know, go back outside. No.
You're insane for the rest of the day.
You're thirsty, you know. You're thirsty. You don't want to go inside. No, come back out.
I was just telling somebody, and I was like, listen, when we outside, we know once you go back inside,
You can't come back out.
That's
Yeah.
it.
So we die in a thirst outside,
Yeah,
and it's
man.
like, hey,
Hey,
I'll drink
we-
water
good.
later.
We had a thing.
We fine.
We had a thing coming up, car wet throat, right? So like if a man will put up some money, buy one malt, you know.
Yeah.
You check and everybody gotta be like, hey, take some.
Yeah,
take
yeah.
some, man. Take a
Yeah,
little bit,
man.
you know?
Yeah.
Because we ain't going upstairs in the car for me. Reach upstairs.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
Or
it.
you
Fun
have that
done.
one friend whose
Yeah.
mom is a little more lenient.
Yeah.
Everybody going
Go
to
by
his
their
house.
house.
Yeah, man.
to
Yeah.
drink some water.
Yeah, man.
And she getting mad because why are you feeding all these children? Why you bring all these children here? But that was the culture.
Yeah, that was the
growing up,
culture. Yeah, man, that was the
And like you say, it's I kind of feel bad for these kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder and I say, are we doing these kids a disservice when we compare how we grew up to what they're doing now? Because we have that comparison. We could reach back and think about how it was for us. They can't do that. All they have is this right now.
Yeah, definitely.
This is their reality. The inside, the phone, the tablet, that type of stuff.
And I say that now is definitely nothing good because that's why a lot of these kids have behavioral problem nowadays. Them when they go out in a society, them weird,
Yes.
social anxiety,
Yes.
all of these things because them never interact with people
Facts.
when them be younger.
Yes.
You know, like I've never seen so many socially awkward
Awkward
people, and
kids,
I didn't even know that was a term
Yes.
until I came to America.
Facts.
Like you have to interact with people. The human connection is needed from such an early age. Till how they grew up now and people can't even look in your eye when you have a conversation with them. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
So these computer kids, them are gonna have a big problem nowadays.
Facts. Facts.
And another thing with the manners thing too, them so the little devices they don't even know what going around them.
Yep.
You see, man and woman walk around with things in their ears, zone out to the world. Anything can reach you. Them things are dangerous, man. So you have to really know how to operate in the world.
Yes.
You know?
You know, detriment with them devices is for a long time, my children didn't know how to get home. And I used to be like, yo, I sitting in the car. Motherfucker, I learned to drive because I sitting in the car watching how my father drive. So when it's my turn, I really kind of like get the basics. And then so I looking around and I know where I live. Like I know this shop, I know this tree, I know this can, I know this bend. My daughter, them clueless. I don't know who he is. Caught it down in the phone the whole time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It have its pros and its cons, you know what I mean? But I think one of the cons them that you speak about is just the social anxiety, not being able to... See, when we outside, especially we grew up in a housing scheme, right? So like when we outside, all of us outside, today for me, tomorrow for you, you know. Joke on you today, joke on you tomorrow. You know what I mean? You learn how to take criticism, you learn how to take a little bashment, a little joke on you, and you know what I mean? I get upset, you may get in a little fight, but tomorrow his friend ain't just dead.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think them youth have that them youth just coming outside when they almost done come of age. So you're right about that. Hey, you have a thing called with a call. I don't even know how to explain it to you. We have Guinep and Kinep. I have that too. Where I call it?
Guinep, man.
Guinep. Okay, we call it.
We
We
call it
call
Kinep.
it. We call it Kinep.
Kinep.
Oh,
With a
Some people
K.
say
Some people say Guinep. Some people say Kinep. What did I call it in St. Croix? Kinep?
Me, you know, them crucian
Yeah,
different.
them Crucian different.
Large up my sink.
Large up my St. Croix family. Cause you know, the VI is St. Thomas, St. John,
And
St. Croix. That's the US side. And then they have Tartola, Virgin Garda, Joseph Van Dyke, Anegada is the BVI.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And when you St. Thomas and St. John song alike, St. Thomas and St. Croix and St. John song different. Like you could tell it different. You could tell a man from Tartola, and we only like 30 minutes boat ride apart, and we have different dialects to the VI accent.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like a man live country and a man live tongue in Jamaica. Song different. You could tell This how a country man attack versus how a man
Definitely.
attack in
I have
tongue.
some people at Jamaica in the country right now. Not even me can understand it. Somewhere in the good so I'm like, which way you come from? Me when they go. You mean you were going to go? I'm like, God, is this a new language?
That's a new dialect. What's going on here?
Yeah, we not bad, but you could tell the difference between like, you know?
Yo, this is my thing about like the whole Caribbean. It's like, I was even telling like some of the Trinidadian comedian them I'm work with. I'm like, yo, like majority of the island people, them like, we talk singy-songy, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is it me?
Yeah.
There's like a flavor to the English. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, with us, wavy.
Yeah.
Yo, we just came to America. How was it? Like with the woman them? When them hear you talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The place pull up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Ooh, where you
Yeah,
from?
man. Where you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I need to relive them
I
first
think
2
it's
years.
like
when
I think
just
it's like
came
a swag that we have them, man. It's like a
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's an essence, man.
Yes,
that
man.
you have to talk with style, you know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah.
move. Like, hey, look, when we were young, you had a thing called bopping. Like you had to walk a sort of way, you know what I mean? Like with a swag. No man I walk regular, but when we were young, it was like what your walk look like.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
have
yeah.
like a different
Different
type
walk.
of
that Caribbean.
Like the
You know what I
bounty
mean?
walk. You see a
Yeah,
bounty
it's how
walk,
bounty walk
bounty
is.
walk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah, you have to have-
confidence, man.
That's why we stand out, because we level of confidence unreal, bro. Because remember, you know, America, them have everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you grew up poor, you have everything.
Yeah.
You
Right.
might have internet same way, rare, but we never have nothing. But you couldn't tell we nothing.
Yes.
right.
We not have all the expensive this and that, but you see this right, so the gift of gab.
Yes.
Yeah, man. What's up, baby? Go on. Are you confident within yourself?
Yes.
Are you know you're broke like that,
Yes,
no
yes,
money.
Yes.
But you tell mama some sweet nothing and I eat that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Confidence, bro.
Confidence.
You think I look up in them tablet 20 years from now I can talk to a girl like that?
No.
Hello, hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going
Weird.
They're gonna message them on Instagram. That's what they're doing.
Hey, that's why I tell my little partner, and I tell him my little partner like 21, I was like, you don't want to get girl on the internet, you know?
Yeah.
Like when we go out, you don't talk to no girl.
girl, yeah.
But next thing you know, you got girl. How you got? You find on the internet. You went in a DM and you swag out.
Yep.
But in person, you ain't got no flavor.
But
dog.
then,
That's
and
crazy.
that's why I said, because no, back then, the females that we were talking to, you had to have some type of game.
Yeah.
No, these females growing up in this era, they expect the Instagram DM. They don't
Yeah.
expect you to come press them in
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like a movie named Her. Pana fan in love with an iOS, you know? Like Siri.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen next.
Crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you straight up. Listen, my youth, them that be on Roblox, you know. They have a whole life on Roblox.
Roblox,
They don't
yeah.
even want to live outside
Outside
of
of that.
Roblox.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Yo, the human connection is slowly dying out, man.
brother.
You have all the things on social media, like them we see all a girl or a girl see a man in public, and then we video that person that them consider cute and then put up the video online. Can somebody please help me find him?
This person.
You just
found
videoed him.
Come
Why
on.
ain't go talk to him?
Exactly. Right. It's
Real.
weird,
Come on, man.
It's
It real,
weird.
it real.
It's weird,
So,
bro.
you say leave yard from 19.
Yeah.
But I know you had to get into the creativity of utilizing the internet before 19.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
that
yeah,
stem
most
from? Like,
definitely.
what make you decide and say, I'm going to get up and record myself and
Oh,
start to push it
you know,
and see
say,
what's going on?
you know, say, from a long time at some state, like, used to be the class clown and getting a whole heap of trouble, detention, demerit, suspension, just because I'm a mouth.
Right.
You see me? Run joke. Teacher try discipline. We talk back to the teacher. Them look at something. So we already have a personality. We already have, you know, humorous tendencies. You know, we love give joke and clown. Same thing like
Right.
you clown your friend, him clown your back, them type of thing.
Yeah.
So we have them thing there from long time, and I was always interested in like drama and them something. Them try out for like school drama thing and rare and you know. But when I actually decide to make a record myself, I want my friend them say, yo, bro, look how them money I do it and them not bad like you. Why you not do it? And them keep telling me until one day I listen. And the first video I did shot, there was a thing when remember when Drake did come out to the song and say, Kiki, do you like? You go say, and you walk beside the car. Somebody put a little spin on that, like, I do it at Jamaica. I'm come out of the car and I walk and like hear like somebody behind me, I blow the horn. Yo, come out of the bum buckle. Yo, hey boy. I start bust 2 shots. Pam, pam, stay so. Kiki challenge, mash up. So that was the first thing. I'm gonna see the reception when I get me. I say, yo.
Yeah, you're onto something. Yeah.
I'm like, this can't work. And then we did from Jamaica, we did have like some impersonation, like I could have do Elephant Man vibes. You know Elephant Man?
Yeah, man.
Shizzle, man, nizzle, kinda shine and rain and drizzle.
Hey.
We can do Bounty Kill and them some of them stuff.
right.
Start do all them, some of them know. I see the thing I get big, man, I say, I got something here.
Yeah.
And rest is
Took out.
history, bro.
Took out.
You
What,
see me?
when you on Instagram now, but when you first start, it was Facebook. Facebook, what they stamping ground.
Facebook, no, actually it was Instagram.
Instagram.
Nah, like it was Instagram, car. Well, technically both, car. I did upload it on my Facebook at the time and Instagram, but for some reason Instagram took off.
yeah.
Right.
You see me? And it worked. I'm just continue.
You know what? Like in the Caribbean, and to another level up here too in the States, there's growing up, there's only a handful of outlets, either ball player or artist, right? That's how you're gonna get out. That's how you're gonna make it out.
fully.
You're gonna either be good at playing some type of ball, or you're gonna be an artist.
Facts.
So you have a lot of young Caribbean kids now coming up, either want to rap, chant, sing, or play ball. You don't really see somebody saying, I aspire to be a comedian or a social media influencer. No, you're seeing it now. But in our days, that you didn't have an example really to look at.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to ask, like, that you ever had that urge to say, well, maybe I need to play soccer or maybe or football or maybe I need to chant or write music to get
Work
up
for the
out there.
government.
When, me personally, no. Cause I never know what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I always bullshit the answer. You can cuss?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I always go around the answer and just for shut people up. I want to be a pilot. I want to do this. I want to do that. But really and truly, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. You understand? I was just living in the moment.
Yeah.
But obviously I go on and try to be successful.
Yes.
But
Right.
to actually pinpoint a career that I wanted to go into, I was like, it was never like a thought.
Yeah.
But no. I'm gonna ride out the content creation thing and just
man.
get bigger with it. We start with skit.
Yeah.
Then we had to short film, then we had to podcast,
Yeah.
then we had to this, then we had to that. So it's like this lights camera Jackson,
Yeah.
like me I try to take it to a next level.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
You see me?
yes.
Like some movie type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle tell me, say, yo, we can do a movie and incorporate everybody from every different island.
Yeah.
And that have to work, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
That have to work, brother.
Because I think like the Caribbean is like little Africa, You see like how Africa have South Africa and Sudan but all of them is African.
Yes.
I feel like the Caribbean have Jamaica, have Trini, have VI, but it's all Caribbean. And we all have a lot of similarities and we have a lot of differences and nuances that we have to go about it.
The little differences I'll be a fuckery.
Right.
As Caribbean people, we stop cause for fuckery.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
We're in a business who have the best KFC. Fuck KFC. KFC come from Kentucky. We're in a business if a peas or rice and peas. Does it taste good?
Yeah.
We don't care if a curry chicken or chicken curry. It tastes good.
Yeah.
That's all we for cut the little foolishness out. And them little thing they are separated.
Yes.
Right.
Because every argument Caribbean island have against another one, if you really check the background, are some little foolishness.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We
Yeah.
not kill one another.
We're going to get to that too,
We not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
bro, we can be so great in the Caribbean if you just put them little foolishness there
Foolishness
aside,
aside.
bro.
Right.
I swear to God.
Facts.
No
Facts.
Right.
joke.
Facts.
Well, like, and we are talk about it outside, man, it's really the powers that be, the people them that plant the flag them and
Yes.
influence us
Yes.
in a negative way, in a sense, you know what I mean?
And that's why these type of link-ups is very important.
Right.
bro.
Definitely.
That's why. Because somebody would say, why you guys interviewing Negus? We from the VA.
Right.
You from Jamaica. And that would be my answer. Because you in the Virginians, you already know how we feel about certain things. You don't know how he feel about it. Let's hear him out.
Right.
And then his audience could hear us out.
Right.
And that's how we bridge that gap and bring everybody together. So
Give
people
that perspective.
Exactly.
We have more things in common than things that set us aside.
Facts.
And apart from each other. That's what we need to focus on.
Facts.
Because I've been to 3 Caribbean islands so far. Don't worry, people, I'm going to tour the whole place.
Yeah.
Because I love the island. I've been to Barbados, St. Kitts, and then Tortola.
Yeah.
And the hospitality alone, similarities.
Yes.
The beautiful green lush,
Yes.
another major similarity.
Yes.
Beautiful women,
Yes.
another. You have to be careful, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a date in the Caribbean space. I don't like dating in America.
Yeah.
When you're dating in the Caribbean,
You know what you're getting.
You date in America, you getting something. It might not be a woman, but you getting something. You understand what I said? So I have to make sure, so when time I date in America, I ask for baby picture, birth certificate, till I have all up our neck. Till I have to squeeze me on as hard as she can. What size shoe you wear? Because if you wear 10, you can't trick me. Can't be a woman all day. Oh,
That's real.
yes, man. Yeah,
That's real. So what make you when you jump from Jamaica to US? In the VI, most of us going to come to the United States because we owned by the United States and have a heavy United States influence. So easy to migrate, right? You know, we don't have to do the green card thing. You just a citizen from your band.
Yeah.
Why you choose the US over England when England have the influence over pussy?
Family never live in England. Over here, so my father live here.
Right.
Been there from a long time.
Right.
So, him just take me up one day, you know. God bless him.
Right.
You know, cause if that never happened, I probably wouldn't even there, so. Cause me's not a bad man by no, like, me's not a bad man at all, but people that moment that hang around,
Right.
my mother never like it.
Yeah.
You see me? But I'm a dog them. I'm a friend them, you know. Plus them protect me and look out for me and them look at something there.
Yeah.
But see it there now, she did right. Enough of them not here right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. But you know, my father live over here, so file for me, I'm come America. I don't think would I like England though. Because when I hear about England building a sun over there.
Yeah.
I'm a child of the sun. I like sun. No matter how it be.
Yeah.
It's like you ever just feel some type of way and going to the sun and you just power up.
Yeah.
Natural energy booster,
yes,
man.
Yes.
More than depressed over there, sir. Yeah.
Facts.
Straight from Jamaica, into the boondocks, as I'm telling you. Yeah, man, straight into the bush.
When I first got to America, I went Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, like 9th grade, I went Miami for 9th grade before I went back home again. But for you to come, so I asked you, come New York. Before when I was young, is New York we going?
Yeah.
And as I get older, then Miami become a thing. So, and you said no Miami, no New York, straight in the boondocks.
Straight in the boondocks. Straight come off of the plane and go straight into the country.
Culture shock.
I was just going to ask.
Yeah, but it was a big culture shock, you know what I mean? But I was more so intrigued and curious more than anything. So it's not like we did accept everything 100%, but it was like a go with the flow type thing, like you in a new space, you know, I'm just try to feel out the place. But culture shock indeed, you know, as again when I talk about the lack of manners,
Yeah.
people will walk in right here and see all the way and don't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that never happened in a Jamaica.
Yeah.
No matter how big our body is, you know, people have respect. Like him come and see you and heal up each and every one of them.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing in BVI. We want to come from to everybody have manners. So a few things. The food not taste as authentic.
Yeah.
Like back home, you see me? You need to have a car to drive everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I Jamaica, I take bus more life.
Yeah.
Over here, sir. If you don't have a car, you're doomed.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, but means I simply with my really 2 men and bother me still, you know. But yeah, we just accept or accept and don't accept or we don't accept. Not because I live in America. I mean, now one line of filth.
Right.
We burn filth from then till now.
Right.
Yeah.
I just say Negus. Matter of fact, I feel like from now on, I should be the only person that should be saying Negus.
Nothing wrong.
Straight.
You're the only person who mess up Negus.
Yeah.
But most people that mess up the Imara.
Yeah.
Some say Imara.
Yeah.
But really and truly, we're the business here, man.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, it don't really matter. Yeah.
Where the name come from? Like, where like, you know,
Good question.
Negus is a king name.
Yeah, man, definitely. So, when we did come over here, same thing I tell you, culture shock. There are certain things I'm never really too like about America, you know what I mean? So, we used to chant down Babylon a whole heap, you know, bonfire. We had bonfire for a long time, you know, but we never grew out the ear or nothing like that because I'm used to Ras.
Yeah.
Right? So, that's where Negus Imara come from, you know, I start listening to, you know, a whole heap of different powerful black figures, you know, especially from the Rastafarian community. Muta Baruka being one of them.
Yes.
You see me? And same culture shock thing, you know. We start knot up with ear, you know, beeswax and palm roll it up. Palm roll it up and ray. And, you know, and I was always somebody that look up to Haile Selassie. You know what I'm saying? So if you know about Haile Selassie, you're going to know about Amharic. You're going to know about the title, his title.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Negus being a king, emperor, ruler. You understand? And me feel about that. Me feel like me's a king.
Right.
Within myself. You know what I mean? And then Imara, a Swahili, is strong. You understand myself? So me's a strong king.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and then we are pre-blackness, we are pre-Africa.
Yeah.
Locks come out. And then now we still have the black mentality, but it increased now. We even get more powerful within ourselves. So, but I feel like we need a strong name to represent how I feel about myself.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
You know, because I could have just go with my birth name, but that don't really have no effect.
Yeah.
For all my, you know, I don't know where that name come from, but we know which part Negus and which part Imara come from.
Yes,
Right.
Come from which part we come from.
Yeah.
Right.
You see me? So, yeah, man, a blackness, me there pre, man. So, it come out of Rastafari, you know, and a pre-blackness.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
So I travel a lot, right? And
Yeah.
I've been to Africa a few times, different countries in Africa. And as a traveler, my travel perspective changed once I started visiting Africa. Before you used to you see Paris and France and those places and the TV and you want to go there and it's like, bro, when you go to Africa, especially as a Caribbean person, brother, when you go to them place and you see them people and you see the landscape, not just the people all look like us, but when you see the landscape of Africa, the trees that's growing in the Caribbean, growing in Africa. Some of the trees that's in the Caribbean aren't even native to the Caribbean, you know.
That's true.
They brought the seeds with them and planted them in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
so when you go to Africa and you see the air just so fresh and just the vibes, the people, the food, a lot of it, like you said, is everything is similar. We have more similarities and differences, and it all started from Africa. So in Kenya, we call them Johnny Cakes. I guess in Trinidad they call them like fry bake and different stuff like that.
The round,
Yes,
same thing we call it in Jamaica, the Johnny cake.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay,
Nice,
cool.
nice.
It's about like a little sweetness to it.
Yeah,
man.
So in Kenya, they have it. I forget what they call it, but they call it something different, and that blew me away now as a Caribbean person, because it's like I am from this small little dot, and I hear on this big ass continent, and you guys serving the same food that we eating down there, just calling it something different. So it just to back up your point, as far as we have so much more in common and we have differences, is because we all came from this place.
Yes.
And they brought us in, they just dispersed us. So the accents are different because it depends on which part of the Caribbean your ship stopped.
Yep.
And you got let off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So us Caribbean people
Drag off.
drag
Drag us off.
Yeah,
the ship.
facts.
We ain't let them let we off. We don't want to even go on the ship to begin with.
You understand?
So I went to Ghana,
Right.
and I went to the called the Door of No Return. It's like there's a slave castles where what would happen is all the people, the different tribes would war amongst each other, right?
Yeah.
And instead of killing the losers, the colonizers would say, no, don't kill him. We'll pay you for him. So at a point in time where you warring with your apps and you were going to kill this person anyway, and this white man say, hey, I give you $10 for him, Okay, cool. Go with him.
Go on.
I'll take that 10. So then what would happen is they would bring all these different prisoners and all these losers of the war from all different areas in Africa and bring them, march them to these castles, dungeons. And that's where the ships would pick them up from and bring them back to this side. And it's kind of, it's a weary feeling when you go there, bro. Because you see where we started from, and then you have a conversation with your deeper self and say, how can this have been avoided? Because we ain't even realize that selling your prisoner into slavery would evolutionize into what we are into today.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you have conversations with different racist people about slavery, they're quick to say, you guys sold yourself into slavery, right? And when you fast forward to today's time and you deal with certain people that they would bend and kneel for different races and look up to different races, but when it comes to us intermingling amongst ourselves and vibing with ourselves and helping each other out, that wouldn't be there. And your journey coming up, did you have a lot more people? I don't want to say a lot more, but talk about how it was as far as the opposition, people being against you instead of supporting you and embracing you in your journey.
In everything still, like I have naysayers and, people where, because my biggest thing, enough of them say me I waste time waster. There's something more important.
Yeah, find a job.
Yeah, find a job basically, which this is the job, right? You see me? So, that, I see how me stay. I learn how to deal with hatred from a longer time. So when time the people who are considered haters, them say certain things about you, it just fuel me.
Yeah.
To go even harder in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the same people them who hate me, watch him do this. I'm not even like do it good or whatever. Like if it's sensible, even though them talk bad about me, I use what they say and better myself.
There you go.
So sometimes when you think you hate from people, help me indirectly.
Exactly.
The people them who support me big up on themselves, but the haters really molded me to be this consistent and go so hard in the craft. So thank you. I appreciate it. You need hatred sometimes, man.
Facts.
You need to get a little level of uncomfort, like discomfort. I mean, like you need a level there for keep things going.
Yeah.
But some people that say, yeah, waste time, or some of my family member them, and now them when I come say, bro, your body no, bro.
Yeah.
You never said that 4 years ago, 5 years. You tell me something that waste my time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do the thing bust out, now them are run come.
Yeah.
Stay where you are.
Stay where you are. Yeah.
And I tell them jump on the train. You know what I mean? Like, if you want supporting me then, and you want to support me now, come. Just support me. It ain't gonna change how I feel about you. You just change how you feel about me.
But the difference is they ain't coming just to support, they come with a handout.
All right.
Oh,
that.
Yeah, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man.
now, you wasn't there, you didn't support me on the journey, I was wasting time. You could have a change of heart and say, hey man, I'm proud of you, I was wrong.
Yeah.
And stay over there like you say, but don't come with your handout.
Them never share a video yet. I know them have them business, bro. You can post this for me. No.
Exactly.
Fuck me, I post that. You never believe in me. I not believe in your business.
Exactly.
You and your business can go fuck off.
You know, I think in the early days,
Facts, brother.
before, I've been on the internet before, and I come up on Facebook versus you boss on Instagram. In my community, I boss on Facebook, right? But in the early days, before you could not go live, I used to do videos and post it. And I take a break, and when I come back, I had a live. And I was like, oh, I have a live. Okay, so now I could talk to you directly now. Licks.
Yeah.
Right? And I on it every day. My opinions, whether I joking, talking shit, politics, every day I have something to say. And back then, I didn't think they saw the internet the way I saw the internet. They saw the internet as a place to mingle and meet your friends and connect. And I saw the internet as like an opportunity to make myself bigger and reach more people.
Yeah.
So, and now for me, I still think they're still in a space, but I looking back and be like, look how far I come.
Yeah.
From just on a live video to a podcast to speaking at schools and influencing people. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't think back then, even 5 years ago, they could have foresee this.
Yeah.
when you could have foresee it. You know what I mean? Because you treating the internet, you treating social media like a business, and they treating it like leisure. You know, like a place to just come and consume.
Yeah.
And I treating it as a place to come and create and give an opinion whether I get a bad reaction or not. But what I wanted to touch on too, from time you talk about like your name, is I told you before how Rasta had a great influence. Yo, Rasta so powerful when they coming out of Jamaica, brother. Listen, like this thing come out of this small place, bro, and influence so many people in the world.
I just come from Africa, bro. They over there heavy with.
I go in church my whole life, brother, and I couldn't connect to God through church, you know. But see, whether you believe in Rasta or not, Rasta open up my mind to a consciousness of who I is and where I come from, and start it open up a warm hole in my mind to go dig and ask questions. So when I first come to America now, the culture shock for me was the lack of knowledge they had. Because they would laugh at a Haitian, and I would look at a Haitian like, use the first revolutionaries that boss we way, that show we that we could be free. They would laugh at an African when I would look at an African and be like, damn, I envy that you come from the motherland, you know, brother. I wish I could have come from the motherland. Like, I want to ask you more questions. I in school, they laughing at the African, they laughing at the Asian, or they laughing at me. And it's really because I lack of knowledge. So the culture shock for me was like, damn, they really did a number on you. They really like last you to history, bro. Like, you have no clue like where you come from. So even if like Selassie ain't your thing, Selassie so inspirational, it open up a lot of our eyes. Like Buju, like listen, Sizzla saying we don't want a white God. Before I thinking God white, and tell Sizzla say we don't want a white God, make me ask. Okay, so wait, God ain't white. Let me go see what going on. So school couldn't get me to go in the books. Sizzla get me to go in the books. Buju get me to go in the books. You see what I'm saying? So Rasta so powerful in that way. Even if you don't follow Rasta like wholeheartedly straight through like a pressure, right? But it influences us in a sense of like, you gotta look at yourself in a different manner. You know what I'm saying? And the lacks were just a sign of rebellion from what you've been taught from kindergarten to whenever you gain the consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So I was surprised when I see the picture, when you show me the picture, you're Natty the Bongo, them thick and big. You know what I'm saying? And it connect for me because, like I said, one time you had a conversation online and you were speaking so poignantly, and it was not political, but, you know, about the people and how we moving and how we carrying it. I was like, yo, this brother here deep. Ain't just jokes. This man have a space in his mind that just need to be picked. You see what I'm saying? So that's what really made me even latch on even more. Like, yeah, I come for the last, but you know, every now and again when something tough come up, Negus going to come and give you a one shot. And see what going on. So you experience that same lack of knowledge.
Man.
When you come forward.
You have to remember, you know, grew up in our home where mother Christian to the core, and every picture of God or Christ is a white man, blonde hair, blue eye, and them something there. You know what I mean? We never really feel like black people was of, you know, like we have no power, no royalty, no lineage and them thing there. But I just talk about Selassie make me say, yo, black people are king and queen. You understand what I say? Because when we learn about Selassie, we start dig in Egyptology and find out, say, some black people down there too. Even though the Arab them want brown wash them, are black people. You understand? I don't care how much hieroglyphs you want paint over. These people are black people.
Facts.
Children of the sun. Because them same one migrate from Ethiopia, go to Egypt. So I don't want to come try trick me. So, yeah. You know, when you see Selassie, because all we were taught about was kings and Queen Elizabeth and rare white people. No, we see Queen Omega right beside Selassie. We can start calling all woman Queen, Empress. What I go on now? Them I call them bitch. I one bag of name. Me can look for my brother and say, yo, because Haile Selassie, you're king, you're emperor. So, Rastafari and looking up to Selassie, it really changed my life, bro. You understand? Because, yeah, sometimes we do certain things and say certain things. I'm like, yo, you know better than that, you know. Because my conscience have me, I sit down and look and say, you know better than this, though.
Yeah.
A foolishness, yeah, though.
Yeah.
So I'm glad somebody get that teaching there, bro, because certain things we're not indulge in.
Yeah.
You understand what I say? And the lack of knowledge right now, it's still a kick black people right now too.
Yeah,
it's
man.
even worse.
Yeah.
And them have computer and them on every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, we talk about unity. They will bow down in front of another race. Bend over backward, go the extra mile. But for we as black people, you're lucky if them give you a helping hand, brother.
I tell you.
Yeah,
I
man.
tell you.
I mean, they'll go to Walmart and Walmart to do all kind of crazy stuff, and they'll never boycott Walmart.
Never.
But they'll come to me to buy a T-shirt, and the service might have been bad this day, and they just throw me away one time.
That's why I don't
Walmart.
support local business.
Yeah,
That's
we
why I
don't support black people. We don't support local business. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
So-
So me look on it though, like both of them, both look at the consumer and the provider. We can do better as a
Yeah,
whole.
man.
Facts.
You understand? But yeah, we give all of these other people so much leeway and so much chances. You understand? Look on Target. Boycott Target for a year. Who gone back in a Target? The same people them who did a boycott it.
Exactly.
But you sell all of one food
Yeah.
and the food expensive.
Yeah.
Them feel like, worth it for me spend my money on you
Yeah.
because of the same number that they did on us, brother.
Yes.
Like we don't value ourselves.
Yes.
Right.
But we will value one another because we have the consciousness there.
Yes.
Because we value black people now.
Yes.
Them people right now, bro, they will sell you out to the white man quick, brother.
Yeah.
No little joke. And that's why I'm not really too. I love black people, of course, but
Yes,
you have to
of
be
course.
of like mind.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not just talk to you because you're black.
Black. Yeah.
I talk to you because we share similarities.
Yes.
I feel like I can trust you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talk about when you go to Ghana, right?
Yeah.
We sell ourselves in slavery.
Yeah.
I blame the white man just as much. I blame the black man just as much as I blame the white man. Because if the black man never sell we out, the white man would have never deal with a certain type of way.
Facts.
Even though the crime with them carry it over what, 400 years. But if the first black man never sell we,
I will.
would have never got through 400 years
Years
of
of
slavery.
slavery. And that's
You understand?
and that was my point too, because we might look at it like shit. I was gonna kill him anyway. I'll sell him to you, and you do whatever you want with him.
Killing would be of kindness.
Exactly. Because now look what you bred. Look what you
Exactly.
created
Yeah, man.
from allowing these people access. This guy, Captain Ibrahim
Traore.
Traore.
Yeah, that's the youth from Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
You go protect you, they want to kill you.
I salute that man, brother.
Yeah.
So now
Man.
they have uranium, Niger. That's a neighboring country too. So it's three of them: Burkina Faso, Niger, and I think Mali. I ain't sure what the third one was. Forgive me. But between the three continents, they have gold refinery plants, right? That dig up the gold, and they have uranium plants too. The French were running those plants for years and years.
Yes, man.
From the stupid fucking deals that our great-grandparents and our grandparents did. They just sell we out, brother. Sell we out and pass it on and expect us to continue selling us out.
Yeah.
These guys say, listen, France were paying 80 cents per gram for uranium to that company. And you know how much they were selling a gram for to the world? 200 euros, brother. Think about that.
Bro, that ROI is ridiculous.
telling you.
Crazy king.
That's crazy.
So
That's
this-
how their whole country exists. That's how France exists.
Of course.
After that.
After that, so
Look
no.
what them do 80.
Yes.
80 have to pay back how much billions of dollars
For winning.
for winning.
Win. Imagine that.
The greatest army in the world at the time. Napoleon.
Right?
And
No small feet, Small island people there.
and look how Haiti still feeling the effects of it today,
Today.
bro.
Today.
It crippled their economy for decades, almost a century.
Yes, man.
To the point where the country's still poor because of what France did years and years ago.
Yes,
So
man.
now I applaud people like Captain Ibrahim for coming in and saying, no, France, get up out of here.
Yeah, man.
Get
Go
up
on.
out. Oh, we ain't gonna protect you. You don't have France protection no more. Okay, we
We're not
figure it out.
business. Yeah, we're not care.
We have gold.
Yeah.
And we have uranium. We know that. That worth something.
Yeah.
So I applaud them folks for coming in now, and it's up to us and our voices to understand, like, yo, we don't need these people. All we need is us.
Yes, man.
You know what I mean? So to talk about what it is you're saying, like, when there's Black unity, Caribbean unity, whatever it is, us as a people become like-minded and understand that we hold the power to change our situations, brother. We are unstoppable.
Yep.
How we that do that, right? Like, in yard, for a time, England had run it, right? And they still have their influences over it, right? But why I tell people, especially people, American blacks, is like, I come from a place where, like, I find this as prideful too. I come from a place where the governor black, the senators black, the police chief black, but we still have corruption amongst the place we run. So in yard, how we feel, yard is on a bigger scale than us. Yard have 3 million people. We have 100,000 between 3 islands, right? How that corruption, how does a VI man and not even one person to one person, but island to island, how does Virgin Islands and Jamaica connect from a government perspective if each of our government ratting with corruption? Ain't a white man doing it to us? Like in America, in Georgia, they could say, oh, this white man doing this and that, and the white man beating us and killing us, but we run the government. So how we fucking each other over and then still trying to preach oneness?
You see how you see black people operate in all aspects nowadays are still the residue of slavery.
Right.
You know, with the lack of love for black people, residue of slavery. And for the black people them in power, residue of slavery. They are just carrying out the work of the slave master.
Right.
You understand? They were bred for this. So not because them black, that means them have your best interest in art. They are following the model of the white oppressor.
Right.
You are govern a whole country of 100,000 or 3 million people. And you are priest, you're only looking out for self. That's greed.
Right.
I don't think, all right, for one, these leaders, nothing not gonna change. Because they are carrying out the duty of the white slave master. And the white slave master don't have nobody but himself and his family in his heart and mind. These black leaders, same thing. It not gonna change, brother. They might carry out the slave master work. Oh, Jamaican politician function right now is all the English people them did run Jamaica. See a muggle, just a different face.
Right.
And again, that's why I'm not too body up with all black people just because you're black. It not got them, bro.
Not all your
Nah,
skin
God,
folk are your kinfolk.
Right.
Facts.
Bro, what I'm saying, absolute power corrupt, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not change, bro.
So what's the solution?
Solution for the people, stand up for themselves. Not incite violence or nothing like that.
Right.
But when I forget the voice is heard, you understand? And sometimes if you do that through fear, unfortunately. You understand? Yeah, man.
So me and you hold the same thought process, right? And I'm going to give Kyle some props and credits here, right? Me and Kyle, we grew up together, you know.
Yeah.
All of his cousin,
Okay.
right? All of his family. We grew up in the same housing scheme, same conversations from youth and different levels. So I always been the more radical one. For me, blow it all up and start over again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Kyle introduced something to me over the last couple of years, which is financial literacy, which is basically just understanding their system of currency and financial, how they handle things, and using it to our advantage to individually empower your household, right? I encourage the next man to, like, hey, Mara, listen, watch it, get your credit right, get house, get land. How it hard to get land in Jamaica? Like,
Um,
it's something people have to pass on to you. You could just go and you could buy land and
you can buy land, but
Right.
more so people tend to pass down land. I mean, I say everybody can buy land, you know.
right.
But to explain the process, I don't know. But
Right.
I know a few people that bought land, but more so than family members pass
Had
it
in
on.
land. You know what I'm saying? So, in one breath, I say yes, stand up, fight, not in a riot sense of violence, but you know, speak up. But I feel like a lot of people's voices ain't gonna be heard if it ain't in a position of leverage. And in this Western system of capitalism, the biggest leverage is to have financial stability and money,
Facts.
owning something. Like they respect you different when you live in a housing scheme and you're getting welfare. They respect you different. They don't like both of us, you know.
No,
But they respect you different because
Yeah.
you have house or you have business. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have a say. So I would say, to his point, educate yourself in how this money that working on. Because these white boys, they're not using their money.
Facts.
They're using the bank money. When we still try and stash money under the mattress and
Exactly.
pay our cash.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because we don't have any literacy or understanding. And like, that's the residue of slavery again, you know. It's like we 10 steps behind,
Yeah.
try and catch up. And then by the time, one time, right, for, what it was, Oma Maria hit the Virgin Islands, you know. Kyle said, Kyle and his friend them said, a container, not a barrel, a container. And they still hate on him, you know.
Yeah, they had a lot of negative to say.
What?
Yeah, bro.
No help, you know, no help from the government, their
Nobody.
own
My
money, you
money,
know.
bro. Me and my partner Louis, shout out Louis. So what happened was, so this is what happened.
Bro.
And we're gonna get back to it.
Hey, and I hype up the hate too, you know. Cause it's my mention, you know. So I am like cracking joke.
Cracking joke.
He thief. He thief it.
So what happened was, we had already formed the hurricane hit, right? The hurricane hit in where it was September. I can't remember where it was.
I see it
But
on the news.
we were overseas. I was working overseas as a contractor. And I already had a vacation plan that I had already paid for way ahead at before even hurricane passed, right? So the hurricane hit. We did a like we say, hey, we pulling together this Connex. If you want to donate, you can, right? So some folks donated. Bro, it cost us like $15,000 to do all of that. We probably got like $2,000 or $3,000 in donations, right? Dang. So we sent everything down, do all of that. Process after process, brother. First we had to get people to shop. My cousin them to shop in Tampa and then drive the stuff. Get my other cousin who had a 18-wheeler to drive the stuff
He
down
passed
to
now,
yeah,
didn't he?
shout out Timel, man.
Yeah, Timel passed,
away.
man.
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Timel. And he had to drive the stuff to Miami, put it on the boat, pay for the boat to take it to the island, pay customs to clear it, pay the next truck man to pick it up from there, to bring it to the location, to distribute it to everybody. So while that was already in motion, remember I tell you I had a vacation that we had already paid for? So some white man went on it and the community page and said, oh, you guys donating to these people and look, they're on vacation, they have lavish vacations and they steal the money.
The walking tigers in India and people suffering in the islands, you know, like Negus.
Yeah, we went to Thailand
People
and stuff.
suffering in the islands, you know, and the man in Thailand walking tiger.
But I mean, this was before my financial literacy journey, but I had every receipt, brother.
Yeah.
I already know how we are.
Yeah.
I know us. And this, to their credit, this wasn't coming from us. This was them white people that just see black people and you should not be able to go to Thailand and vacation in Thailand. How dare you, poor black man from the islands, right? So I had every receipt. So I dropped every single receipt showing that we actually come out of our pocket with more than what we got, right?
Right.
So then now everybody that had so much to say, now our supporters come back now. It's like, yeah, you was the loudest one saying to lock them up. What the fuck you have to say now?
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
And then right after that, that's when the stuff got delivered and people were able to come in and take, pretty much that. Look, listen, that took months of planning. That trailer was empty in minutes, brother. Ever telling you? In minutes. But back to what he was talking about when he was saying what's the solution and all of that stuff, right? You say earlier, you ain't no bad man. but you grew up around them. And a lot, you hang out with them. These are your friends. That's my story. That's his story too. So we come up with friends were into whatever. We grew up together. So I grew up in them same projects. I come from that same neighborhood. And I just chose a different route. A lot of it had to do with my mother, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give my mother all the props. My father wasn't around, single parent household again. And my mother did her best, her hardest to not allow me to go down that road, because you could go left, you could go right, you could stay straight. So along my journey of making good decisions, I happened to end up in a situation where I started learning about the importance of financial literacy, learning about the importance of credit, learning about the importance of buying homes and building equity and all of that type of stuff. And I'm like, yo, they knew this all this time? Yeah. But yet we still think the value is, we still thinking about wearing our value instead of investing in
Louis
our value.
Louis belt and Gucci shoes.
So,
and
it bothered me so much, bro, because when I realized what was going on and I started to look around, it's like, I have the knowledge, but no one else does. And the ones that do, they're quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet about it. They ain't sharing it.
Yeah.
So that's what sent me on my journey. And in going on that journey, I feel like, I tell him all the time, I feel like when it comes to crime in the community, if our boys, our young boys were more concerned about their money, a man stepping on your shoe wouldn't bother you that much.
True.
Because you understand what you have to lose.
True.
Because you focus on your bread, right? But because that's not there, we ain't have nothing to fall back on when it comes to our bread or our finances. If a man step on my shoe, it's on. We crashing out because I don't have nothing to lose.
True.
So that's why I feel like financial literacy is so important, and understanding it, understanding the system, and using them same leverages that everyone else uses to build generational wealth. Because now that creates a level of independence where you don't have to depend on the politicians. So he'll tell you when people start bawling about, oh, the politician do this, the politician, I don't want to hear it, because guess what? A politician ain't putting food on my table.
Yeah.
He's not putting food on your table.
Yeah.
You understand? So if we start to empower our own communities and our own households when it comes to finances and financial literacy and understanding the power that's behind a financially literate household, brother, then them things, you could actually affect more change.
That's just what I said a while ago when I talk about leadership and them things. Right. With money, you can definitely change.
Yes.
Like we can lobby for certain laws in our favor and them, some of them. Right. You understand? Pick some good, what you call it now, use some education or pick some good teacher, rearrange the school board and look at some of that. We as regular 9-to-5 people, we can't do that.
No.
So everything, money really, our money, bro, money for real, we look on it in the money.
Yes, because everything we're doing without the money is just noise, you know.
Be nice.
They're hearing us and they're like, hey, you gonna do not, let me give you a little food stamp and shut you up.
How much years now black people are march?
Right.
Exactly. What that's doing?
What is that? If everybody did have financial literacy, I would start lobby for our politicians and people look like we have the best interests at heart. We definitely can create some change.
Bro, the more we march, the happier they is. You know?
They selling more shoes.
Yes. Oh, you marching? Oh, that don't work. Okay, keep doing that.
Yeah, man, keep
march.
doing it, man.
Matter of fact,
that does
you
nothing.
want to mash it up some more? Mash it up. Insurance going to pay with this money.
That is why.
I need to renovate anyway.
Yeah.
That is why. Yo, it's like once it start get warm in America, you're going to hear about more black people dying. Like them are going to exaggerate them story there.
Yeah.
Black people dead in a winter too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Them dead in a spring. But every time it comes to summertime now when it's nice and toasty outside, just realize, man, yes, it's true. Today, somebody, they kill a black man or a black woman died. Don't get me wrong, they don't deserve to die.
Yeah.
But they are doing that so we can go out there and destroy the place.
Yeah.
Because we say insurance.
Yes.
When Black Lives Matter did a march and them something, they have a couple of the activists, them pick it up.
Yeah.
And so hold on there. Why is there a pile of bricks
Yeah.
right here?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no construction going on here, but they leave a pile of bricks
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So when the protesters can tear down the place.
Tear down the place.
For what?
Insurance.
Yeah.
It's all
Scheme.
about money, brother. And when you understand it now, you start to move different. So the person with the knowledge that know Oh, they protesting?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to do a overhaul on this building
yes,
anyway.
man,
I
anyway.
need a new AC unit in this building. I need a new
man.
elevator shaft in this building.
Yeah, man.
Oh, they protesting? They mad? And they're going to go out there with their mask and they're going to drop a pallet of bricks right in front of their building.
Yep.
And what are we going to do?
See, did I play
Right
us?
on cue.
Did I
Right
play
on
us
cue.
with that emotional game? You know?
Yes,
man.
That's what they do, right?
It's
And
emotions.
and like take Trump for, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
when you see me talk online, you will feel like I love Trump, right? But it's not a matter of loving Trump, you know. It's a matter of, listen, even if he trying to maneuver it and scheme it where he billionaire part of them could get money, they're saying it out loud.
Yeah.
They ain't saying it in the dark, you know. They're saying it out loud.
Yeah.
So ain't nothing stopping me from scheming and trying to get the same money.
Yeah.
What's stopping me from scheming and trying to get the same money is me caught up in the nuances, like, oh, he hate these people, or oh, he for this. Like, I don't want to get emotionally caught up with that.
Yeah, no.
I need to see, I don't care who's president. I need to see where the avenue is that I could walk to my advantage to climb this ladder one more rung. So that when I leave, instead of my youth them starting here, they starting here.
Yeah.
Because I start here. So I'm going to spend my whole life just to achieve what my mother achieved and just keep it steady like that. Your enemy don't work like that.
Yeah.
Your enemy spending their life so that you could climb and then back and go up. You spending your life so you could, oh yeah, my mother had a good job and she buy a house. So now I want a good job and buy a house and then that's it.
That's it.
So for generation, we like this. When they're going like this. And then when you have the conversation with them, they will emotionally tell you the residues are slavery, which is true. But if you keep saying that, that means the people them who die for something, die for nothing.
Yes.
Because you still in the same spot,
Yeah.
bawling about slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing one in front of you, because watch it now, you grew up in Jamaica, right? You didn't dead. You had to make the best of what you had. Then you come to America, which are a little better now, and a little better situation in certain aspects. You still got to make the best of what you have in America. America ain't no easy game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still got to find your resources and you still got to overcome obstacles. We had a conversation the other day. I said, bro, these people, our people really want things handed to us, right?
Oh, yes.
Right? But listen to
And
this.
them conversation in my life.
Right?
Because all black people accountable. You know?
No, right, straight.
Yeah, man.
These people want things handed to us. I said, listen, I went yard, right? And I don't know, I probably had $5,000. I know when I changed the money over, I was a millionaire.
Millionaire, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So I saying to you, hey, everything that valuable, that worth having ain't easy. You have to work for that.
Yes, man.
Because if you don't work for it, that means $1 million ain't worth nothing.
Yeah.
So why you want your handout? I don't want a handout. I just need to know how to get it done. Let me work for that. Right? Because if they keep handing it to you, if they keep taking the welfare, they're going to keep you in that space.
Exactly.
A comfortability.
Exactly.
Whereby you don't achieve nothing.
Nothing.
And you're in a cycle whereby it's like, get up and march, and they ain't giving us this, and they ain't doing us
And
that.
guess what's going to happen now when they keep you in that cycle? Now, they know that you need them. So now they're going to always get back in power.
Yeah.
Because what they're going to tell you is the next man going to take away your welfare, so vote for me.
Yeah.
So now you fuck, and whichever way you go, because the next man might take away your welfare, but because you don't have no type of knowledge, no type of experience, no type of nothing, because you are dependent on this welfare the whole life, instead of that being a help to you, it's going to be a hurt because you don't have a plan.
Yeah.
So you're going to vote for the person that going to keep you in this place that, listen, I had a conversation, this one girl come up to me and she said, Kyle, I hear you talking about buying a house, but why am I going to buy a house and spend $2,500 in mortgage when my rent right now and welfare, Section 8, whatever, is $600-$700? That don't make sense. I say the fact that you don't see the sense in that is that hurts my heart, because at the end of the day, you are throwing away $600 every single month. That $2,500 you're spending is going towards ownership, something that you gonna own that you could pass on to your children. Them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when you die, your children got to apply for that same welfare to try to figure out a place to live and how to sustain. So this is not the end all be all. Like, this is supposed to be something that's going to help you get on your feet. And then now, once you're on your feet, you go ahead and do what it is you have to do. But it's
Exactly.
keeping us in a box, man. It's keeping us in a box where we
progress,
can't grow.
no progress, and
Facts.
that's why them try keep you in the cycle of poverty because once you have people depend on you,
Yeah.
they ain't going nowhere.
going nowhere.
You understand? It's like a dog where you feed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him keep coming back.
Yeah.
We as black people, we need to feel a level of discomfort.
Yes.
Trump, take away the welfare, take away the food stamp.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you have people who disable and them thing that.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
But if you're able body,
Yes.
stop being dependent. Right now, you say, you got cut the housing thing.
Yeah. Section 8.
2 years
Yeah.
max.
Max.
The amount of people who are crying.
Cry, bro. We just talk about that.
Don't cry. Get up and do something for
Do something
yourself.
for yourself.
You understand what I say?
Facts.
Like the most me work, I when I'm uncomfortable.
Yes.
When me see all 1 week left for my pay my rent, I'm say, bumbo clock,
Yeah.
rent,
Yeah.
light, water, shit,
Yeah. You got to grind.
work.
Yes.
Because if you don't pay the bill, then you're out in the
You're
street.
outside. Yes.
We're too comfortable with
Facts.
achieving nothing.
Yes.
Right.
And that level of comfort is going to keep us
That's
stagnant.
why we're so
brother.
stagnant.
They're going to
Right.
keep us stagnant.
We depend on people, knees down, hands out.
Yes. Yes.
We are selfish shut up people too sometimes too, you know.
Of course,
Because
man.
we don't think about legacy.
No.
We like to live in this now thing. Like I got to have mines now. We ain't making no sacrifice for tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
For your youth tomorrow. I remember I had a dude, right? And he telling me how hard it is. And I say, yo, watch here, you know. My aunt them live out Oklahoma, you know. They got a program out there, you know. They paying you to move out there, brother. That ain't your last stop, you know.
Exactly.
But it's the start.
Yeah.
Come up from St. Thomas, go Oklahoma. I know people out there, so ain't like you're gonna be in the dark. We from a small place. If I know you and I tell my aunt, hey, watch here, my bedroom down the road, you know. My guy cook up a little food for me, come over for some dinner. He just starting out, but they pay my change to come up and work. Nah, he don't know nobody out there. I don't want to go out there. I'm gonna be by myself. So what you mean, bro?
So
You know
stay,
what I
bro.
mean? You
Stay
think
there.
when I leave from the VI and I come up here as a big man, my family wasn't always around. You know what I mean? The man in other states, down the road over here. But you gotta make something happen. You have to have that desire. I don't care if you fail, brother. You just have to try.
Try. Because if you not try, you feel
Yeah,
same way.
you could fail 100 times. I still respect you because you're trying. Something God give.
That's the
You're
thing.
sharpening whatever skills
Exactly.
whatever skills you are trying perfect.
All you have
Each
to do.
failure sharpen that.
All you have to do is
If you
win
don't
once.
give when you're 30
All you have to do is win once.
and it give when you're 50, it giving,
Yeah, man.
You could fail 99. That one win.
right?
And
You're
that's
up.
it.
You don't have to win 99 after you fail 99. You just have to win that one.
So I just think we dependent and we think that people owe us a thing.
And they don't.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's the same thing too. We feel like people, they keep using slavery as an excuse. The white man this, the white man that. I come over America and make people convince me, say, white man oppress me. No, brother. Brother, you can do everything where white man do, bro.
Oh.
People are going to screw up them face when they're in a certain spaces. But you are not living in the time of your ancestors.
Facts.
We are not moving on like our ancestors dead for nothing.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, the white man, he don't have you in a field no more.
Yes.
Right.
You're not shackled. Well, the shackles them kind of different now. Credit
Yeah.
card. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't know if you use it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you have all the opportunities your ancestors didn't have. And you still a move like
Yeah.
we're still living in that time. You can go to school.
Yeah.
You can get your degrees. You can make something of yourself.
Yeah.
But you're still talking about slavery. Don't get me wrong, you know. We shouldn't forget it.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
the Jews, them not forget the Holocaust.
Facts, facts.
But you think they're going to use the Holocaust
Oh.
as an excuse to not have
not-
success in life?
exactly.
No. Them
Exactly.
use that pain, their agony, to make themselves the most powerful people in the world.
Yes.
Them run the media.
Yes.
Them run the music.
Yeah.
Them run everything we will consume visually and audio.
Uh-huh. And what we doing?
Just a consume and make victims out of ourselves.
Yes.
Hey, look, when we were building pyramids, right? Them people were living like dog, you know. I don't hear them complain about the times when they were living like dog. And I just hear them conquering things
Yeah, man.
and cutting and they going through.
Yeah, man.
When we were building pyramids and we were civilized, they were like dogs. Man, we had to come teach them how to bathe and
them how to
civilization
bathe.
and
Yeah.
things like that. So why
The illiteracy rate in Europe was what? The literacy, what, 1% or something like that.
Yeah.
Them
Only
niggas
the
couldn't
priests
even
them gonna read.
Only
Yeah.
the priests them. We teach them how to beard, we teach them science, we teach them mathematics. We teach them every single thing. And what did they do? They took it and made themselves great.
Yes.
We are doing it as black people.
Exactly.
Right.
We live in I'm glad you transitioned.
And we
there, brother.
waiting for them
Crazy.
we waiting for the people them who we give everything to give us something.
Yeah.
But we's the
We give it to
us.
them.
Yeah,
Give it to us.
Brother, we live in an information era. So a
computer.
lot of the things that people are complaining and crying about, we have access, bro. If you're in America right now, you have access to information. How can I get my credit fixed so that I could borrow? How can I invest in this? How can I? You have access to that information.
Yeah.
What are you doing with it?
Yeah.
So we in a situation where somebody might say, oh, I don't know nothing about that. But you know who were fighting who and bad girls and Zeus and whatever all them stupid shit is.
right.
You know that.
Right.
So you know what you want to know. So it starts with a mindset thing, a mindset shift. You have to want better and really want it. And after you want it, you have to take that action to get. And you have to make yourself uncomfortable. It's not going to be easy. You can't just say you want it, wake up one day and it going to happen. No. You have to go through whatever that storm look like for you to get
If
better.
you want yam steak every day, you have to go eat bread and butter. You need a level of discomfort.
Facts.
You need for uncomfortable.
Yes.
Right. You need for hungry little bit.
Facts.
Black people,
Facts.
when you pull up in a certain neighborhood, they see how the house them look dilapidated. Where you look one big car, SRT, Dodge, big blood clot Mercedes, BMW, and
In
the house
hood.
little so.
In the hood. That don't make
In
no
the
sense.
hood.
Don't make no sense.
We are so brainwashed,
Yes.
thinking these
Things are valuable.
make us valuable.
No. Facts. Knowledge, brother.
Mine,
Knowledge, brother.
knowledge.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
That's why I want to keep on marching.
Yeah.
Una march from Martin Luther King days until now, and the only thing marching do is make people produce more shoes so they can buy. Cause I walk down all of the shoes them.
Yeah. Facts.
Yo, I watch
Marching does nothing now.
Facts.
at a video,
Money
right?
talk.
White, black girl gone in Victoria's Secret, you know. All the staff white. They being racist to her. She start crying. They being racist to me. I can't buy for Victoria's Secret. And everybody on her side. No, I devil advocate. I telling you, if you don't want my money, cool.
I get it from here.
Yeah, you don't want my money, that's fine.
Yeah.
Why would stay here and cry and argue because I can't buy that piece of underwear?
Brainwash, man.
I was watching Godfather at Harlem last night. One of my favorite shows. I just started watching it over
Get out of
again.
here, bro.
That's my shit, bro. I was
No rate if you're reason.
Oh,
But piece of, you know watch it.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
king.
man.
But piece of shit,
Bad.
bro. When them kill when kill Malcolm, bro. Man,
bro.
man should have listened, you know.
And that's what I was just going to talk about. Malcolm X say, why we want to integrate, we need to separate.
Yeah, man.
Had we done that from then, we would have had so much more black power, black wealth, bro.
Yep.
But we passed that opportunity to build black wealth up to try to be integrated into their system. It's their system. If we go into their system, what do you think they're going to put us? To the bottom.
Exactly.
Right.
So we have to build up our own, bro. We have to be the change that we want. We have to
Man.
understand
I
it. We
read
have to
that,
see it and see like, okay, boom. We want this to change.
Mm-hmm.
The only way this going to change is if we change it. How can we change it? All right, we need the money. How can I get the money? Okay, I have to fix my credit.
Yeah.
Be able to borrow because I hear that the white folks and everybody else, all the millionaires and billionaires, they don't use their money. They use the bank's money. So how do I get the bank's money? Okay, first things first is credit score. Okay, boom. Let me start working on that. Next thing, income. All right, it's 24 hours in a day. What are you doing in your 24 hours in a day? Oh, I have a job. Okay. Your job works you from 9 to 5. And what are you doing from 5 to 10, 5 to 11? Scrolling, watching TV. What we doing? We have more hours where we could get to this bag, bro.
True.
So the only way things going to change out here is if we become an economically empowered people. brother.
True.
And once everybody economically empowered, then
Yeah.
the things that matter are going to shift. You can't come give me an extension and Section 8 and food stamp and shut me up because I don't fucking need it.
Nah.
What I need is XYZ. I need you to be able to borrow to more black people, do this, do that, do
Yeah.
more shit that gonna really benefit the people.
Yeah.
As opposed to these little band-aids and these broken arms that you give us. You know what I mean? And I feel like to get there, you have to become an economically empowered people.
Hey,
Most
Donald
definitely.
Trump filed bankruptcy X amount of time, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still a billionaire, you know.
Still a billionaire.
So when we in the inner cities and we start to go get loan, the loan officer, the discrimination is the loan officer is making you feel like bankruptcy is a bad thing. No, it's a bad thing when you don't know how to utilize it properly.
Yeah.
Credit is a bad thing when you don't know how to utilize it properly.
Yep.
So I could understand in a certain time when we didn't have the knowledge and it was holding you back. But in this time, we have the knowledge. It should never hold you back.
Nah, never.
And then true, like what Malcolm X says, like the gypsy taxi man making a whole lot of money because he got a gypsy around all the black people, them because the black people them can't ride bus. So what you want to do, go ride bus for the people them that hate you and take the money out of the same black man hand you were pouring money into. He just build a house and buy land after you paying him to carry you to work. And you went and give it to another entity that hates you. And they take all the money and put it out in the county, in their schools, and pave their roads.
Yeah.
This is what you are clamoring to do.
That's what you want.
You wanted to go to their school. When the black teacher was teaching me, I had know something about Africa. And now I got in these people's school, I know nothing about Africa.
But I know
nothing
about Columbus.
I know about Columbus now.
Yeah.
Me, because the black teacher, right? She going to teach the curriculum, you know, which whitewash, you know.
Yeah.
But she also going to pull you to the side or say in the classroom, well, really and truly, this is what really went on.
Yeah.
In the black school, you could do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that when you're mixing with the white
No,
school.
sir.
No, you're teaching something that ain't in the curriculum. So white is you are clamoring to go do. And why I don't want nothing they have. If I could use what they have available to me to advantage me, cool. But I ain't begging you for nothing. I don't want. When you are welfare, you're not going to go harder.
No.
Why would I go harder if I'm paying $20 a month for rent? What's
Exactly.
the incentive
Exactly. Yeah,
for me to do anything more? That $20 a month, I could.
Yeah.
I'm telling them need to take away. Them need to take away weed and alcohol from black people. That now doing no good to. And means a weed smoker and a drinker too. But in my time, like
Right.
of leisure.
Right.
When I work time. When you drink and you smoke, a level of coolness and don't give a fuckness like just take over you.
Yes.
You know business about nothing. We know I'm perpetual cycle of getting high.
Yes.
That are one of the things them when make we stay where we stay right now.
Yes.
And to be real with you, bro, black people too far gone right now.
Yeah.
Adults. We need to start talking to the kids. And when we start talking to the kids
You
now,
sound like him.
it's gonna be a investment at time because
Yes.
change not gonna happen overnight.
Yes.
So them adults are too far gone,
not.
bro.
Yeah.
Like if you try to help them people, then probably end up shoot you, kill you,
Yeah.
tell us you chat too much.
Yeah.
But they don't even want to help the youth, bro.
You're a sellout trying to talk down to black people,
Yeah.
and you try to show, you try to give them the method for uplift themselves, you know.
Right.
So,
We are trying to. You try to help your black people and we say you're a thief.
yeah.
The same thing about the gypsy. You are put money in a one black taxi man and so him can build him house and take care of him family. You don't like that. Willie Lynch, it all go back to Willie Lynch. Man against woman, black against brown, old against young. We don't value ourselves, bro. And that coupled with the programming we sip on TV. Like them people that literally have white people up there, you know.
Yes.
And when you look on your black brother and your black sister, you see filth. You don't see nothing of worth.
Yes. You don't see value.
That's why they will quick for cancel you if you them get a bad customer service just
yeah.
because you're black.
Yeah. Who he think he is?
But
Yeah.
McDonald's and Burger King tell you to come out of them blood clot place.
Yeah.
All you do, you got one different location. Black people too far gone, bro. If you start talking to the kids, them, you know, man.
Yes, brother.
But there's another thing with black people. Like I just don't see. Like, yo, bro, our school them still mash up from our man Mariana, and we that get U.S. federal money. Jamaica don't get no help
No.
from England, you know.
Zero.
We that get U.S. federal money that earmark to fix it. So I say to this all the time. Imagine Oma Maria was 17, bro, and you in elementary. and you reach high, you see the high school that you supposed to go to mash up. And you went from elementary or middle school to high school and it's still mash up. And then the adults is telling you, oh, the young people them need to show more respect. Why? Why when you have all the money, I supposed to be excited to go to school. School supposed to be a place like I can't wait to leave my mother house to go school.
Right.
It have all kind of new technology thing. I went to high school and I sit at the same desk my mother sit at. I read out the same textbook my mother had. How? So then how you going to then convince the youth to listen to me and you when we's the adults and we can't even build back the school from 2017, my brother? So even when you still there, we talk to the youth, it's still going to have people who going to fight you from talking to the youth.
Oh, yes, that is true. But for
because
the
they want to live now. They want their pie now.
Yep.
They don't have no sacrifice. We don't, you know what thing is, bro? Legacy ain't in our lexicon, ain't in our nature. Not enough of us that find a joy watching another youth achieve. Like, wow, I cry so you can run in, brother. And I happy to see you running, brother. Oh, no, I want to run. It's 50, it's my time to run. Hey, what, bro, if I walking at something and 50 come and I don't achieve it, but you 24 years old come behind me and go achieve it, I going to fall back and push him forward.
Yes, man.
You check?
Yes,
and I going to find joy in him reaching someplace I could have reached and couldn't reach. You reach it. So now that you reach it, I know the next youth behind you could reach further than what I could see.
Facts.
It's one of them.
And we don't
things.
have that thing inside of us no more. Like they beat it out of us.
A real
Like
thing, man. And they did a number on us, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's one of them things too, King. Like when, like for me, I struggle with all that because I feel like I have some information that could benefit people. So I give it, I share it, I give it away, brother.
Yeah.
And in doing so, you still have people that, you know, say, oh, he have an agenda to push, that. And me and he have these conversations all the time. If I have an event where I say, listen, there's 100 of you guys, all of you guys show up and I'm going to teach you what you need to know to better your life. If 10 of them show up, some folks might say, oh, only 10 people here, I leaving. Like, you don't value my time. I think differently. Okay, 10 of you guys here, I rocking with the 10 that's here.
Yeah.
Right? Of those 10, 2 going to implement the things that I taught. 2 of them. The other 8 going to say, you know what he talking about. I just, So the 2 going to implement it. So now I gone, bro. I gone about my business. Those 2 going to implement what I taught them. They're going to come back sit there in the hood. They come back in the hood, they got the new car or the new business or whatever started. The other 8 that was there is like, whoa. How you get that?
Yeah.
The same thing Kyle was telling you about such and such and such. Shit. And it was that simple? Yeah, I did it. So now that 8 that was there that heard, they already know what to do. They jump in, they taking action. The other 90 that never showed up, now they're going back to the 10 that was there and they're asking questions. And that's how you shift that culture.
Yeah.
We can't want to do it to everybody. All we have to do, bro, is put it out there. And whoever receive it.
Yeah, man.
Because we can't take it upon ourselves and say, you know what, I ain't even telling you guys nothing because you guys grown adults, you're going to do what you want to do.
Facts.
Me, I got to get it out. I get it out. It's in the atmosphere. Whoever want to pick it up, pick it up. And I going on to the next thing. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to influence one. I was the one that was influenced, brother.
Right.
And I influence a shit ton of people.
Right.
So if you could influence that one, bro, and then they influence another one, and he influence another one, and that's how the community start to shift. We can't worry about who ain't here. We have to worry about who here. We have to worry about who showed up, who came, who like-minded, because those are the people that are going to shift the culture. And then the other folks that's on the outside, that's not a part of what's happening here, at some point in time, hopefully, it going to click like, well, shit. I want some of what's going on over there. And then they're going to come over. And if they don't, they don't. But we just have to focus on who's here and who's like-minded and who wants what we putting out. You check? So I encourage you to, like, whatever you feel in that moment that you think could be beneficial to them, people put it out. And let whoever receive it.
Nah,
they're
man,
going to take
most
it.
definitely, man. Because I saw me stay, brother. Like, I even people that tell me, say, yo, I'm going to end up ruining my platform because I'm only here for jokes. Bro, I'm going to tell you this, man. If me, they just put out just jokes, bro. I feel useless, bro.
Yes.
My mother tell me, yo, you see that mouth the way you have, is either it's gonna make you very rich or it's gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's when I talk, brother, people listen to me, bro.
Yes.
I feel like I have a responsibility
Yes.
to put out some form of positivity in the world,
Facts.
bro.
Facts.
Humor is positive, of course, but it not inspire nobody to be great.
Yes.
It's just a relief.
A
You
relief.
go work,
Yes.
8 hours, you come and scroll. Boom, and then
And you're gone. And you're back in that rat race again.
But if me say to my people, say, yo, black people, we need to uncomfortable a little bit.
Yeah.
We need to suffer a little bit.
Yeah.
So we can eat steak
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
We have to eat egg and bread this year.
Yeah.
Me can't just dip on the internet, bro. I go and let me eat that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool for me people all a joy, but
Yeah.
you have anything really
It's
want to
balance,
say?
brother. Facts.
Balance.
You have to balance that out.
Balance, bro.
Else you're just a puppet king.
Yeah.
And dancing on people's strings, and we can't have that.
When I look at my analytics, you have adults, you know what I mean, where watch me, of course. You see me? But you have a thing where the younger kids, them watch me too. So I have to
Yes.
inspire,
Yes.
even if it's a little toops.
Yes.
We are drop it.
Yes. You have
Come
to.
on, somewhere it's going to be in a subconscious.
Yeah.
And we act off our subconscious sometimes.
Yeah.
Because the reason why me turn Rasta, because I listen to Muta when I a little boy. Now I come America, now I'm an adult. Start wrap up my ear and them something there.
Yeah.
Inspiration. We need to just plan a little
Yes,
them,
brother.
bro.
Yes.
Talk to the kids them. The
Yes.
kids them adults are done for, man.
Yes. Yes.
Before I ask you this next serious question, I want you to know the only how I find out about Muta Baruka is from Twins of Twins.
Twins
you
of
know?
Twins.
And that
Bruh,
make me
I
go
tell you.
look for Muta
It's not
Baruka
real life.
to then start listening to Muta.
Yo,
You know,
the
but
man
Twins of Twins.
You know, say Twin of Twins are one of my biggest inspiration.
Yo,
man, Twin of
bro,
Twins, man.
listen. You have a Twins of Twins when the police pull over the bicycle, you know.
Man say, get on the ground
Yeah.
and eat some of the dirt.
Oh,
Right
bro.
here, where you come from?
Yeah.
Come from Maxfield. Chisholm.
Right, that's
Timothy.
the first Twins of Twins I ever heard in my life. And from then, I listened to Twins of Twins.
Yeah, man.
And that's how I find out about Muta Baruka. Because I like Muta Baruka. And then, bro, but let me ask you,
That's to your point.
Right.
Put the medicine in the candy.
that's what they did for me. They put the medicine in the candy,
bro.
and they make me go find out who Muta is. Because even in the funniest ways, Twins are Twins still holding true to Muta and the principles.
Yep.
It's just in a funny way. That's what make me, the principles what make me go find out who he was. So let me ask you this. I know he's a big Cartel fan, right? I'll always be Cartel fan.
Yeah.
So then what a battle is, what a struggle. I have a struggle, you know. I love Cartel, artistry, but then we could say the same thing. People have said over the years, especially in Jamaica and abroad, Cartel influenced the youth in one direction. Even though we wanted influence the youth in a certain direction. I had to find a balance with Cartel and being a fan of Cartel. Right? How you define it?
See, the thing about it now, how me stay, I listen to every Cartel. I listen to the bad man song
Yes.
them. I listen to the girl song them. And I listen to the conscious song them. You understand? Not a lot of children out there are solid within themselves. A lot of the kids them impressionable.
Yes.
Right.
Come like sponge, them
Yes.
soaking.
Yes.
God give God thanks
Yes.
for all me did stay. Yes. I'm not
Yes.
telling you, I'm a bad man, but me have
Yes.
bad man brethren.
Yes.
I could have got the same route them,
Yes.
bro. But me think for myself.
Yes.
How me find a balance there? Me listen to everything. If you only listen to bad man song, you're gonna have bad man thoughts. You only listen to girl's song, you're only gonna think about girls. But Cartel it have some conscious songs too. Look at the life we living. It's a better way we seeking.
Yeah.
Real.
So me create a balance for myself because Cartel is just, and don't get me wrong, you know, him do a whole heap of songs that deem negative,
Right.
and him do influence people with those songs.
Right.
But what about the other half? Him have inspirational
He do.
songs too. So you can't just put it 100 pan Cartel alone, you know, where you are. Because me take everything. Me listen to the good, bad, and the ugly. I just know see your era now, no. You see this way I talk about, and kill this and kill that.
That
Me
don't apply.
might end up dead.
Exactly.
So you know what? Me listen to the girl song them,
Yes.
implement the girlish lifestyle, listen to the conscious song them, and move conscious in the life.
Yes.
Right.
You
Because he
understand?
didn't give you one thing.
He
to
not give you one
digest.
thing.
Right.
So
It is all depend on what you
you
want to
are.
digest.
Right.
So people can say this and that about Cartel. Cartel give you a plethora of songs.
Yes.
How
Yes.
you decide to take up.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And don't get me wrong, him have great influence. But tell everybody this: Cartel make girls giving niggas head popular.
Yeah. When it wasn't.
Yeah, when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no girls sucking no dick in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But when Cartel come and say, freaky girl of them, girl them below, freaky woman. Every girl starts sucking.
Yeah.
Bitches even videoing themselves and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
putting their own shit out.
Yeah.
So, of course, we know him have great influence.
Yeah.
But what inspire you?
Yeah.
What influence you?
Yeah, exactly. And I always say, brother, like, we have this tendency as fans that we have to like whatever we like in its entirety. We have to stop doing that. I watch man defend Kanye West for years, saying he's a genius and he know exactly what it is he's doing. He's a genius, he's a genius. And I said, bro, it's okay to like that man music and say, this part here, I probably don't align with that.
Yeah, no.
But I like the sound.
Hell no.
That's okay.
Yep.
But we like to attach ourselves to a thing, a
Yeah.
person, a president, a candidate, whatever. Brother, in life, take the things that apply and
Yeah.
apply it. And the
Yeah,
things
man.
that don't apply,
There,
just ignore it. Leave it alone.
You're right about that, man.
So you can't blame one man that have so much different layers for things that's going wrong. Because you ain't blaming a man for the things that are going right.
Yeah.
And I to your question, I kind of apply that to Jay-Z as a big Jay-Z fan. I grew up saying money, cash, hoes, money, cash, hoes. But today, Jay-Z, if you listen to Jay-Z today, he telling you, fix your credit.
Yeah, man.
Invest.
Legacy. Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? So it's like you have, based on what journey you want and where you are in life, brother, you have that responsibility. That is your responsibility. It's not Jay-Z's, it's not Cartel. You have to be able to pick out from that catalog what applies to your life and what would better your life. If you only attracted to the gunman, bad man energy, then that's the energy that you have.
Fully.
That's the energy that you put in out.
Fully.
That ain't got nothing to do with Cartel.
Yeah, man.
Because dangers are everywhere in the world, you know. If you
Everywhere.
attracted to the dangerous parts of the world, that's
Then-
what you want.
Fully.
So you can't blame none another man. See what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and for me, I even more a little bit more strict. I don't really blame Cartel for nothing. Not even the influence. Cartel to me expressing his way of life and how he moving. If you're an adult and you decide that you're going to pick up what Cartel doing and do it, then you're a follower.
Yes, exactly.
Because you could enjoy that music without following.
Facts.
Then, if you telling me influencing youth, he don't make music for youth. Coco Melon that influence youth.
Facts.
They that make you music for your youth.
Facts.
Yeah, your youth can't
Hear
talk
your-
and
hear your
talking
children.
weird and that Coco Melon is who do that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Use your children them role model. You that thing say parental advisory on it. You should
Facts.
advise.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because my parents let me listen to certain things, but just so my mother hear me listen to Bounty, right? And Beanie, she tell me, when mama spend all last, and she make me listen to that too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just to let you know, like, look, you have options there. You know?
Yeah, man.
Right?
Option, there's options.
You have
there, man.
options there. But she would never allow me to say that Cartel influenced me or Bounty influenced me. Nah. Because for her to say that, then she discrediting herself as a parent. All it is, somebody from outer road who don't feed your clothes you could influence you more than me. And I ain't saying that it can't happen.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, don't put all on Cartel.
No, you can't, yeah. That's the only
You see what I'm
thing.
saying?
You can't put it at 100 on him.
Yeah.
You can't. Because Cartel must be doing something right with his household. You see him
Look how his
them
kids come out.
Exactly.
Right.
Look how him kids them come out.
Like Cartel wasn't expecting you to be his children.
In Shakespeare,
Exactly.
in Shakespeare poet, people commit suicide. You know?
Yeah.
So how come you ain't telling me that Shakespeare make people commit suicide?
But to be real though, music is very powerful, you know. And as I say, a whole heap of people impressionable. A whole heap of people, them do have a mind of them own. You know, we might have the strength to reject certain things, but
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
everybody still like we. No.
Yeah.
You have some people who eat, breathe, and sleep music. And as I tell you, once that get lodged in your subconscious, you gotta carry out certain things. You not even realize you carry out certain things. But I talk to Pressure on the podcast. I would do the podcast with Pressure. I ask him, because he believes that music can inspire people and influence people for do anything, good, bad, ugly.
Yeah.
And I have a bridging, another content creator. The man take down Jesus off of the cross. Oh, music not do nothing. You already wanted to do it. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, that's still inspiration.
Yes.
Even if you wanted to do it before, the music is what made you take that first step. So that's still inspiration.
Yes.
Right.
Music, it's very, very powerful. Where I think they get Bob Marley out of here.
Yeah.
Bob Marley bring a different vibration to the world. Get up, stand for you, right?
Yeah.
They don't want that on the airwaves.
Yeah.
They don't
It's
want
called
Cape
influence.
Town on the airwave neither. Or Sizzler on the airwave neither. They don't want them on the airwave.
No, they don't want it because we want to keep these people in a position to where they're going to be perpetual losers.
Yes.
Depending on us. Who is this guy telling my slaves to get up, stand up?
Yeah.
I need them to be in poverty so I can make more money.
Money. Yeah.
Right.
So music, very powerful.
Very.
Why I think that the biggest genre right now for black people, hip hop music, but turn to rap. I feel like for years now it's been tampered with, and CIA and FBI involved in that right now. Because majority of the music where black people are get right now, it's garbage.
Right.
Woman them act more like whore. The man them are not been a productive citizen. All them are talk about is drugs and guns.
Yeah.
So all we have is gunmen and whores in our community right now.
Yeah.
Beggars and dependents too.
Beggars. We not hear the song I talk about brown skin. Girl, I wanna wrap you, wanna like you in my arms and things.
Right.
This one is for the O's.
Yeah.
You hear that over and over and over again. You're
Programming.
going to start acting like a whore.
And then the females start calling themselves that amongst themselves.
Bro, I mean, the girl, them call them, bitch.
Yeah.
What you talking about, bitch?
Yeah.
You call her a bitch now, she take offense.
Yeah.
I thought you liked it.
Yeah.
Bro, I got Jamaica one day, I call her a girl Empress, bro. The girl looked at me weird. I said, oh, I go on Empress. Like, that's
crazy.
That's a term, you know, for your female.
Endearment. Yeah, that make you,
Like,
I respect you.
yeah, I have manners and, you know what I'm saying? So
I have a certain value
a
for
real,
you.
bro,
Yeah.
They have a reprogramming.
bro, we're done for brother.
Yeah, King.
Right.
The kids them right now.
Yeah, that's who we
Take
need
a
to
chance
target.
with them
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
Take a chance with them.
Yeah. It's too
When-
far gone.
Too far, bro.
When you make your first real bread off of money, off of social media and doing this comedian thing, how it make you feel?
I feel like I need to continue doing this. You see me?
Yeah.
I've been told that I was wasting time and all
Right.
these things, but you see, once you love something, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do it to the best of your ability. Like, for instance, like, I wasn't doing it for the money because when I just started, I had a job.
Right.
Yeah, I had a job for like the first 3 years of doing it. I used to do like security and surveillance, like install cameras, alarm systems. I used to travel all over America.
Right.
Like I think I've been to like 29 states so far. So I wasn't really doing it for the money. I already had a job.
Right.
But when I see the money start rolling and getting booked for shows, people want promos, that type of stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna continue doing this shit.
Yeah.
You see me? Like continue like
No.
I mean I disclose like we'll make off a one promo,
yeah.
but like I'm do like a one promo, like some people, them not get that for a week.
Yeah. Right.
So we do like you invest like 2-3 hours in a shoot, in a video or editing it. Bro, that's good money if you look at it. Like the average low minimum wage is what, like $7.50
Right,
in Georgia
right.
or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm getting this for one video.
For one video.
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel.
Well,
You blow your money? when you start a gig, were you like financially responsible
Oh, I
always?
blow it.
You blow
I blow it.
Why is that
And
feeling
that's
that you know you
important.
could make it
That's
again?
necessary, King.
You see, bro, I'm not gonna blame growing up poor. I was financially illiterate. You see me?
Yeah.
We get a little piece of bread, bro, buy weed, go party, buy new clothes, buy new shoes. Cause I'm like, I'm working, I'm gonna get it back.
Right.
That's the mindset, like I'm working. And I used to work in the alarm industry.
Yeah.
I used to get paid every week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get a big paycheck. Man, I fuck that shit up. Cause I'm like, I don't get paid next Friday. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
You see me? So, bro, it took worrying about paying bills for me to get my shit together.
Right.
You see me? Especially now where I'm not getting paid every week. Right? I get paid, but I'm not getting paid every week. I have to be mindful. I'm like, yo, rent is gonna be XYZ. I need to put this away for this week, put that away for next week. Buy all my groceries in bulk. Stop eating out. Like shit like that.
Yes.
Like I cook every day.
Yeah.
I don't buy food on the road unless I'm on the road.
Yeah.
A discipline you have to teach yourself.
Yes. Have to.
Yeah.
And you see, some people them learn for them own, some people have to beat it and them head. Like sometimes you have to touch a stove for find out.
I was just gonna say that. That's necessary. The way you just learn, brother, is necessary because somebody could tell you and tell you and tell you. Until you go through that and feel that level of uncertainty.
Yeah, man.
And how you feel when things ain't really how you want it to be.
Right.
And realize that I don't like this feeling. So the feeling I get from when I buy them new shoes or that new shirt or whatever, yeah, it feel good. But this fuck here, feel worse. I don't like it.
Right.
So I could do without that
to
avoid this feeling right now.
Right.
So if I need to shop, buy my food and cook at home and stop going out, stop drinking, stop. That's what you're going to do and you're going to be content with it. And it's going to be a sustainable thing because now you know what I feel like.
Right.
But the people that don't really know what I feel like, they're just hearing it. They never really lived it. So yes, they might do it and do it for a week until a new Louis sneaker drop and it's, oh God, I got to have that. I hear what Kyle was talking about, but them fuck fire. I need those.
Yo, let me tell you this, man. Like I've never cared about like certain things until I come to America. Because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be fly. I used to buy clothes every week.
Yes.
No, you can't get me buy shoes over $120.
I tell you.
That will never happen.
Never happen.
And we used to buy expensive things because for one, I'm a man, healthy, love woman. I wanna stand out. You know my shot too, so I feel go above and beyond. I feel clean. Just for impress. No, I'm impressed with words.
Yes, brother.
If you don't like that, you're not for me. Then.
Yes, and
You
energy.
see me?
Yes.
And plus my pass a stage now. Still,
Yeah,
you see me?
man.
My pass
Yeah,
a
man
30,
is
bro.
man.
You see
You
me,
know,
bro?
if you like me for my sneakers, then what the fuck that say about me?
When the sneakers that tear, what's gonna happen?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, right now, bro, it just come like say, I God why me come over here, bro, and hit me up. Cause see what the dog say, he deals with like financial literacy.
Right.
There's more things I need to learn.
Yes.
Right.
I just cover the surface.
Yes,
Yeah.
brother.
Oh, me can make my money work for me now.
Yes, King.
That more
That's
I
what,
learn
and
now.
that's what we for talk about.
We are talking about Section 8. No, I want to buy the Section 8 house them
Yes.
so I can get the contract there.
Yes. See
So the
that?
government pay me now.
Yeah.
See
That
that?
them thing them want to do
That's what
now,
we
bro.
talking about. That's it there.
Black people don't want to suffer, bro.
That's what
you
it
have to
is.
suffer for win.
Yes, King. You have to stay down long so
Yes,
you could
man.
stay up
Yes, man.
longer.
Yes, man.
Real talk, King.
Hey, so now let me ask you this next question. In this industry that you in here in the Caribbean, I know you meet many other influencers and creators. How's the camaraderie within the industry? You feel like people working together or people still have that black mentality of like, I gotta get it first before I could help you. You like that?
Yeah. Like in the early stages, like that's how people were, you know. But now, we have a team of people where we're all trying to get it, but we're not trying to step on nobody's toes at the same time.
Right.
Because we'll just do a reality show, a reality series, the boot camp we are talking about.
Right.
Almost about 4 or 5 different, you call it social media influencer day night.
Yeah.
And we all give 100%. You see, because it's not my project,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give it 100%. I'm giving a little 35.
Yeah.
No. on our project, but we are give same energy like we would do in our video.
Yeah.
Because we want it sell off. Because if it sell off, everybody who in there sell off. Too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now, we go, Bobby Sachs project, then another person project, then my project, and we all work on each other.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, you had a lot, maybe because I wasn't as big as I am now.
Right.
People, standoffish and never want to work with you or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. But them people that back in it, them can't ask me for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah.
You have to have money behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah.
7 years now, may I do it? Now, at the last 3 years, because Bobby Sachs and my dog, You see me? And we've worked together many times. Him do my podcast, me do film podcast. We collaborate in the videos and them something there, and there's zero competition.
There you go. That's what
Two of us just trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, man. So the unity there, but you have the little people them where
Right.
me first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Our
not
thing
your
is
circle.
like whoever
Not your
get through the
circle.
door, bro.
Not
Just
your
get through the
Just
door
get through the
and
door.
peek the door. You ain't even got to open it for me,
Just
Just
catch it.
Just
Crack
catch
it.
it. Yeah.
Come
Just
in there, put
yeah.
my finger
I
in
know.
and-
Yeah, 'cause I
Just
want
catch
it
it.
back too. So once I get it, you gain cool. If I gotta push you up so you can gain,
Yeah.
gain.
Yeah.
'Cause even if you gain and you don't let me in, here what can't stay in. The information can't stay in. The door closed still,
Yeah.
But you going to tell me that information on how to sesame, open
Yes,
sesame
man.
this door.
Yeah, man.
So you ain't got to open it for me. You ain't got to give me no handout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just teach me how.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
You see me? And I don't think a lot of us, and not I won't say that. I don't think there's enough stories of us helping each other.
Examples, yep.
And we need more of that projection than us fighting each other.
Yeah.
Because
Because
we
again,
could
it comes
tell
to
a
scarcity
story
mindset.
all the time.
It comes
Scarcity
back to the
mindset.
scarcity mindset,
Yeah.
brother.
Right.
And feel
I
like when you have them, you mash it up.
Exactly. If I help you, then you gonna eat what I supposed to eat,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work that
No,
way,
yeah.
bro. There's enough food for
that I
everybody
print
out here
money,
to eat, king.
Did I print it?
I tired
It ain't
saying
gold.
that.
Greed, brother, greed, man. Nobody
telling
know
you.
why. I see that's another thing. Yo, they did a number on us so much
Yes.
that we don't even want to see with brother and sister
Yes.
do better than we.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
you know how crazy
That's
that is?
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's
You know
crazy.
what, help a man, because you're going to feel some type of way if it
If you go better.
surpass you.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's very crazy.
Scarcity mindset at its finest, bro.
It's bad, brother. It's bad.
Work on the insecurities, man.
Yes. Yes.
Work on yourself.
Yes.
They have these young brothers who that do a podcast from where we from, Kyle with the Green. And I just take them under my wing.
Yeah.
I just tell them everything we do, how we do it, how we da promote,
Yeah.
how we da post. Oh, you want to do this post in there? Oh, I do him already. Come, let me link him real quick. Hey, watch it. These brothers here working on a podcast. Same one July been on the other day.
Oh, okay. I
With
see
the-
them. I
you see them?
post them what they
Right.
I hear people them that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
coming up behind me. But it make no sense for me to say, well, if I help them and they get big, then nobody gonna watch me no more. First of all, we have to have an industry. It can't have an industry if it's just me.
Yeah.
If we have, it's like you want to go see what's going on in yard, right? And you only have Negus. Then you're going to just turn off from yard after you done deal with Negus. But if you have a plethora of people, then for the whole day you're stuck in yard watching funny video.
Right. Right.
One thing lead you to the next. No, you're not. No, you find out. That's how I find Bobby Sachs. You is how I find Bobby Sachs.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So if you was never working with Bobby Sachs, I probably would have never find Bobby Sachs.
Yep.
But I see Bobby Sachs in one of your skits, so now I gotta follow Bobby Sachs.
Yep. I'm big up to the people them who you have a youth where we did work with when we just did bus. Him named Jeffrey. He was big at the time, like him have a podcast and not really do skits like that.
I know Jeffrey. Yeah, podcast.
Yeah. Him not really do skits like that, him do podcast, but we used to do bass skits together.
Right.
And some of film people them come over my place and some of my people them go over film place, even though he had the bigger platform.
Right.
But I saw it for go.
Yeah.
Each one help one, bro, and I saw we grow. Every single interview or anything with him, I always have to call him name because him introduced me to film world.
Yeah.
And we merge platform and new people come over here. The more new people come over here, the more likes or the more share. Them things are good for the algorithm.
Yeah.
We have to work together, brother. Anytime I see any competition with people,
Yeah.
leave them alone, bro.
Yes, King.
Cause I look at the small things and then I look at how that can become like a problem for me.
Yes.
Like if you compete with me for small things, what's gonna happen when
When
there's a
you're
big
big.
deal
Yeah.
involved?
Yeah.
You're gonna break my foot.
Yeah.
Take what's mine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm afraid of people.
Yes.
Once me sense any little competition,
type of
I
energy,
leave you alone,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Leave you. You have some man, like the beautiful ladies in here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And you have that one friend there. You see all of the girl them. Oh, this is fat belly. You know,
Yeah.
belly fatty one.
Yeah.
Watch him jeans.
Yeah,
Look at him jeans.
yeah.
Trying to disrespect everybody so he can stand out.
Yes.
Me leave people like that alone,
Yes,
bro. Let me
yes.
kill you.
Yes, King.
Yeah, man.
Dangerous.
But pretty small things, them, bro. Me no need you. Me no need nothing big for happen.
Yeah.
For me say, bro, you're a messed up person. No,
Yeah.
the small
Small
little
things,
thing.
yeah.
Cause if you got diss me in front of some girl where you not even know,
Yeah. Yeah.
what you done to me if
Yeah.
you didn't know them?
Exactly.
Really.
Exactly. Exactly,
Yeah.
King.
People wicked, bro.
Yeah. And to speak on what you guys just talk about, your platform way bigger than ours.
Right.
We asked the question, hey, would you mind coming on our platform? And you welcome that with open arms, brother.
Right.
That's not normal in these times. So
Right.
from that alone, I rate you different, King.
Right.
Because I never met you before today.
Yeah.
But just from you walking in and saying, yo, King, respect, and just being here and just
yeah.
treating our smaller platform with the respect that you would treat your own with, brother. I really, really respect that as a man, King.
Much
Real
respect.
talk. And when you do, people don't understand when you do those type of things and you're selfless in those type of ways, it brings that other level of blessings that you didn't even foresee
Yeah.
that was possible. I learned that, King, when I start on my journey, when I started going wrong and I started helping people. Before, I would try do certain things. For instance, I doing this thing in a prison called Credit to Inmates, where I go up into the prison and I teach these men and grown men and kids in the jail. I say, listen, people gonna come in here and tell you when you come outside, they have all these programs that's going to help you and it's going to benefit you. It's not happening, dog.
Yeah.
You're a felon. You're going back into the world. Nobody cares about you. You have to take it upon yourself. Learn how to build your credit out. Figure out how to build your credit. Well, not figure out, teaching you how to build your credit. And then you go establish your credit. Once it's established, you go apply for a credit card, buy a little lawnmower, go around, cut people's yard, make some money. You have to start thinking entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
You have to become your own boss because nobody gonna hire you. And if they do hire you, they're gonna play in your face. Where they would pay somebody else $15 an hour, they're gonna pay you $5 because you know you don't have no other option.
Right.
So you have to go out and depend on yourself. And then when you become an entrepreneur and you need employees, you look to the man to the right of you that have your same struggle, that went through the same thing that you went through, where you couldn't find a job. You give him a job. And that's how you build this thing up, brother.
Facts.
Right? So I presented that to the government and said, hey, I want to do this thing. I want to do this thing. I need the funding for it. They said, no, we don't have the money. I did it for free, King. I went up there, did it for free multiple times. About 3 different times I went up there. And the opportunities that came after that, bro, after I gave the thing away, it's life-changing.
Yeah.
So I say all of that to say, we can't be so driven by internal selfishness and money that we're not being good human beings. You see what I'm saying? Real talking. Because a lot of people wouldn't do certain things if a check-in attached to it. And you're blocking your own blessings doing that when it comes to certain situations.
Yeah.
King. So I, as a man, just wanted to thank you and applaud you for even, you know what I mean, stepping through the door.
man,
and-
simple thing, bro. Anytime when you want me up here, bro, just short me, bro. You
For
see
sure.
me?
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Anytime, as long as
sure.
I'm free, brother.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
man.
And then for real, like when we say Caribbean currency, we wanted to make sure it's Caribbean currency and we're talking to people from the respective places in the Caribbean. And there's a desperate need inside of me to connect all of us back. You feel me? Like you say, there shouldn't be no differences. There's all similarities. It's only because of the powers that be.
No. Don't let the differences
Right.
cause problem.
Cause problem.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, and the more we connect, the stronger we is, the stronger community we have,
Yes.
especially when we are abroad.
Yes, brother.
And we in the comfort and confines of our places that we used to. 'Cause whether you like it or not, we are abroad, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's in other people thing we is. You know what I mean? So from you see your brother and he like-minded, like you know, we in a party or we ain't in a party, then we have to be able to say, okay, this one of mine.
Yes.
They from where we from. This from the culture we come from. So I gotta look out.
Yes.
And like I say, not every listen, you can only burn your bridge with me one time. You can't burn it twice.
Yeah.
For you burn the bridge, you burn the bridge. So I always give the benefit of the doubt, you know. And then when you burn it, and then and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know I have to, within myself, I have to give opportunities.
Yes.
So I try my best to give people opportunities.
Yeah.
And then you decide how you play upon the opportunity. No, we going on to the nitty-gritty of it. You know, this one here going to be tough.
All right. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go.
All right. I kind of know some of these answers, but I got to ask it so that you could say it publicly and the public will hold you accountable for it, right? So we will start with some very easy home question from yard, but then we're going to expand it. Hopefully you know some of these things.
Hopefully.
First thing first, Vibes Cartel or Movado?
Cartel.
That was easy.
Cartel.
Man
Easy.
from
That
Portmore.
easy?
The man from Portmore. That's a Portmore.
That's
man.
some
Guys,
Movado.
that's
it.
Some,
I mean-
so wait, some Movado and get like, no, kind of like, it's so easy.
Yeah. I'm telling you something. Vibes Cartel are the first dancehall artists where captivate me as a youth. Like, me look up to the G. Like, when you start learning about metaphor and similes, where you learn in a school,
Yeah.
and you see how the man crafting music. Vibes Cartel introduced a level of lyricism to Jamaica where every other artist after that, they have to step up them gear.
Yes.
That's a number one.
That's good.
Everybody share the same story. Their favorite music was when they grew up in a school. Like, that's some of your best music. When we hear, like all my mother tell me some of favorite artists, them, I'm like, what kind of idiot music this? But that was the music of her time. I see them in my feel about Cartel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we come from Portmore too.
Yeah.
Cartel all day, every day.
Okay, so no more. I mean, as a Gaza fan too, you know. But I feel like Cartel would have been Cartel whether he been in a competition or not.
Or
That's
not.
evident.
Yes.
Right? But I still think that legacy tied to Movado.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Right.
yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately also because it really created a great time
Yes,
Yes,
brother.
yes.
of competitiveness
Yes, brother.
in the music.
In the music
I feel like, okay, Cartel, Movado, to me, forced Cartel to learn how to harmonize and sing. Early days, Cartel is straight lyrical
Yeah, man.
alone.
Yeah.
Straight chopping.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good
But when you went up against I'm on the rock,
Yeah,
that playing in the party,
Yeah.
period.
Anyway.
Right, me care. Yeah, I don't care if it was Gaza. That song, come on.
Yeah.
You got to move.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
I feel like he bring that out of him.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Like, I got a mixed song.
I got harmonized
Yeah.
a little
You
bit
see what I'm
more than
saying?
just-
So that's why I always rate Movado, even though he's a Gaza.
Yeah,
fan.
I rate my father too. And when I was young, I never used to listen to him
Right.
like that. Like, more openly say, I'm listening to my father now. 'Cause
Right.
I don't know Gaza loyalty different. But Mavado is a great artist as well. You understand? And yes, you know, you make Cartel, you know,
Yeah.
you adapt. You
Yeah.
know, Cartel is like that. I made a YouTube video about it just the other day too. Cartel is like that artist. You ever seen like action movies where like a different being come and we try fight the different being and he just absorb all
And
of
their
the
powers,
everything
yeah,
and just
and
all of the gunshot them just absorb them and get stronger. That's Cartel.
Yeah.
Cartel took all of Mavado's punches and just get stronger.
Right.
Yeah.
You see me? So of course, you know, it's tied to Mavado, but Cartel would have been Cartel regardless, bro.
So I want to
Man, too
touch on
great.
something. Now this
Yeah.
is separate, right? Because he read that talk a lot about why competition in music is very important, right? Because it makes the artist stronger.
Yep.
But just from your response, you barely listen to Movado. A lot of that you think was because you were such a Gaza man that I wasn't listening to nothing else. So is that competition beneficial to the music for real? Because yes, they're gonna make the artists then better, but it creates a level of, for lack of better words, divide. Because now you're either Gaza or Gully, and this is another thing we talk about. We always have these conversations in the black community. Michael Jordan or LeBron. You don't hear them white people say.
We don't have to have that conversation.
No, we ain't having it.
No. But
what
like,
saying
say
is,
Michael Jordan or like,
it says a conversation people are having.
yeah, but don't say LeBron.
Yeah, white people that say God Brooks versus Kenny Rogers.
Exactly, dog. That's the point.
Like, are we alone?
That's only we do that.
Yeah.
Only we take our greats and draw a line in the sand where is either this one or that one. Why we can't have all of them?
Facts.
Why we can't have the greatest?
That's facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep, that's facts.
The
Nah,
whites
that's
don't
real,
be
that's
like,
real.
yo, God, Brooks, so this,
Well,
okay.
Bob Marley say
that
iron
better.
sharpen iron. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, we is US citizen, right? Just from where we born. You see when Usain Bolt run in Olympics, I is a Jamaican.
Yo,
Even-
even though you're American citizen, you live in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Caribbean first.
Yes,
Right,
facts.
So what he's saying is, me watching the Olympics, wanting the American, I
to win.
Bolt,
Yeah,
I want to win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because of the competitive nature. You see what I'm saying? I just born to this flag, but I have more similarities to Usain Bolt than this dude over here.
Yeah.
And then too, we small. We're the little countries. So I want us to win.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't think Usain Bolt could have run a race if them man ain't pushing him neither. Because them do this badness, you know.
That's true.
Everybody that were in a race,
That's true.
great, you know.
Yeah.
Of course.
That run record times. You know what I mean? So it just I feel like in our nature in the Caribbean, we that need that adversary. You check, we that need that opponent. Whether it's a hater, whether it's another youth in school who they saying could run them fastest or could jump the highest.
Yeah.
Because that's how we do. Even when we play marbles as youth, bro.
Yes, man.
So
he's the best marble man over here on this side of town. Oh, bring him.
you're right.
Yeah,
right,
we go
you're
see.
right.
You know what I mean? It's how we measure ourselves.
Competition good as long as it not become a problem.
And that's where
Right.
I'm going with
Real.
it, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. It's gonna make the artist better. It's gonna make the entertainer
Yeah.
run faster. It's gonna make the athlete run
what else
faster.
does it do?
But what else does it do?
Right.
That man from Jamaica barely listen to Movado because he's from Portmore and he's a Gaza man. So here what I'm telling you. Remember the time Movado and Carter was up in the governor house or whoever house?
Yeah.
And they were saying like, yo, this thing getting out of hand, guys.
Yeah, man.
What you guys gonna do? It wasn't really beefing for real. It was the competition in the music.
No, man, them that be for real, man.
So,
They must do that for TV. Me can tell us that. Yo, man, go put man in some bus shot, you know. Yeah, we're not getting on a specific thing, but people dead over it, man. But you see them that do that now for TV, you know, like police commissioner and prime minister, everybody get
to
involved.
try to calm down this thing.
Yo, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And that's another reason why them sink him.
Yeah.
Tamper with evidence and them
do
thing.
all
If
of
you
that,
tamper with
because we have
evidence,
to get he
it's
off the
supposed to
street.
throw out.
Because
Yeah.
that
But them
same
still lock
influence
him
that
up.
you mentioned,
Same
they
influence.
side too.
They realize Vibes Cartel had Jamaica in the palm of his hand right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Get rid of him now.
Yeah.
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 You know, you run Jamaica and you don't even have a quarter of the influence as this guy.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A ghetto youth at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that piss people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
In their eyes. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because whoever control the people control the country. So that means that man control the country.
All right.
All right.
You know?
So let me ask this tougher one now.
Ready up.
You get one tougher than that. Because you're Jamaican. And he was late too. So just in case I understand Jamaicans are always late, he was late. All right? No problem. Because we understand. We say, hey, Jamaican, he's going to be late. It's all right.
We don't factor that in.
Yeah, we don't factor that in already.
We have stereotype.
Is that lie?
The only one of the only what? Hussein is the only one. Hussein
Hussein is the only one. He's the only son I'm going to read first.
No,
Okay.
I don't lie.
Okay. Reggae or dancehall?
Jano.
Yeah.
I want a tougher for real.
Yes,
you know?
sir.
Reggae.
Why?
Why?
I love vibes. Don't get me wrong. I'm full of energy. I love vibes. I love the little slackness sometimes. But I'm an adult.
Yes.
You understand? Reggae music, it more powerful, you know, it speak about the right things. You understand? It inspiring for the right things. Dancehall music, it have whole heap of immoral things in it. You understand? Even though I like the vibes and them something there, I prefer reggae music. Reggae music can change the world for good.
So
You know?
I feel like all of us know that in the Caribbean, but I feel like how come we don't hear, you know, in the dance no more? It had a time when when we were hearing I Win. What in the dance, brother?
And thunder.
You know what I'm saying? It had
Lava.
Richie Spice were in the dance.
Brown skin.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And we don't hear that in the dance no more at all. It don't even have a segment where we just hurry up the place.
Decadence around the place now, brother. You understand? And the same thing. I remember saying music powerful, you know. When somebody can find a wicked beat and sing some of the most immoral things upon it, and you listen to that over and over and over again, that's going to be the most attractive thing.
Yeah.
You see, same thing you talk about, bro, early 2000, we used to call it culture music. You know, that's when the Richie Spice, them and everybody up on the same rhythm.
Yeah.
Them thing like reggae and dancehall was like right here.
Right.
Yeah. Right here.
Intertwined too.
But now, dancehall, bust you and take over.
Yeah.
You know, say popping pill there Jamaica right now.
Oh God.
Tell him.
What caused that? Dancehall music.
Yeah.
Right.
Reggae music boost you up for call the black woman Empress Queen.
Yeah.
Now, dancehall I tell you for call the girl them mockers or slut.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm have to pick reggae music, bro.
I tell people I feel like when they play reggae music in a dance, the people them in a dance that feel a type of way. The consciousness that bond
Kick
them.
in. It'll kick in. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll kick in.
Facts.
Like, why I ain't living right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's cool. It's supposed to happen like that, right? It bring you back to reality a little bit and take you out of the darkness. I just feel like it still
Take you
should
out
have
of the darkness.
right.
If you listen to dancehall, every day go on dancehall. Every dancehall party, somebody dead.
Right.
How much people dead after a reggae festival?
Right. Exactly.
We never hear about that.
Right.
Right.
You listen to darkness all over, your mind dark, your heart dark.
Yeah.
A man look for you a certain way, you want to kill him.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's to your point about how influential the music is.
Reggae music, man, after.
Yeah.
Reggae is the healing of the nation, you know?
Facts.
Okay.
Facts. All right, I get one for him. You could only pick one. If
One.
you had to pick one,
One.
Beres or Buju?
Chano, she loves me now.
Yeah.
God dang. Shit.
Me,
All
me
right.
that one fair, you know.
That one fair.
Damn.
I
All right.
really put Negus in a boxing ring.
Yeah, yeah.
That one is real. That
I
one
treat
is
him
real.
nice, man. He's a guest.
That one is wicked, bro. Jano.
Hey, listen. Buju is 3 different artists, you know. Over
don't
time, you know.
help him.
Okay, all right.
Who just
All right,
start off with dancehall
Yeah.
music?
You know, 3
We know
different
that.
artists, Buju is, you know.
But you see, thing now, Beres him bring across a piece of vice there. You understand? Beres help you look girl, you know. You can sing a girl, Beres lyrics and get a girl.
You could play a berry song again.
And get a
what
girl.
could you do to stop a
But-
man from trying?
Yes, I wanna know now.
now.
I gotta go with Buju, bro.
Oh,
Buju. I gotta go with Buju.
Gaga, man.
Can I say, even the transition, like, you know, from a rugged and rough dancehall artist to like a rebellion leader, you know what I mean, Rastafari.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Buju did talk to me a whole heap, man, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Buju did talk to me a whole heap, man, you know? Only Rasta can liberate the
Yeah.
people.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Buju talk to me too.
Buju talk to me, man, you know?
Whole way through.
Yeah,
Buju
man,
talk
whole
to
way
me.
through, man.
I feel like we watch Buju grow how we would have grown. From like badness to consciousness to adulthood, you know what I mean? Like his music
Facts.
do that over time.
Yeah.
You can see
You know what I mean?
literally see the growth.
Yes.
time
And he's the
passed.
best duet with Beres.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, like them two together is
Problem.
money.
Yeah.
Problem.
You know what I mean? Okay. All right.
That was a crazy one.
Yeah.
Damn.
You gonna drive home thinking about
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
No,
Why
it's
they
on
ask me
camera,
that?
so the wall might see it, you know. So, Barris, respect
We still
all the
love you.
time, you know.
All the
love,
time, all
with
the time,
Jenna,
all the
for
time.
real.
Love.
All the time.
I think this one might be easy, but it might be tough. Curry or jerk?
Jerk pork, or if I jerk chicken, curry, I go win. Curry.
Over
What?
jerk? Curry?
Curry over jerk?
You take curry chicken over
Right,
jerk?
I eat curry like 3-4 times out of the week, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
But if I jerk pork,
Yeah.
I go win.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always associated jerk with Jamaicans
Jamaican?
and curry with Trinidad, with Trinidadians.
So you,
Listen to me. If I Trinidad it come from, I Indian them bring curry.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Big up the Indian them. We not find it. If we could have curry life, Bro, whenever eat a steaming pot of curry chicken yet with some white rice and a little veg on the side.
Oh.
How the baddest thing?
Yeah.
No, get me wrong. No, if liquor drinking involved, me I go jerk.
Yeah.
But oatmeal, curry me. They can curry a goat.
Mm.
You ever eat curry goat yet, brother?
No.
He
Me
lied.
eat goat. Nah, I never eat goat.
You never eat goat yet?
No.
Man, curry goat bad. You never eat curry goat yet?
I love me some curry goat king.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Listen. Okay, but listen, wait, time out. Disclaimer. She Dominican.
Ooh.
This one right there.
Oh, you?
Okay? Let me tell you something. Rasta outside of Jamaica more Rasta than Rasta in Jamaica, you know.
Yeah, man.
Our whole life, we thinking Rasta don't eat no meat, you know.
No, sir.
No, they understand why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like when Rasta influence us in the smaller Caribbean islands,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can't eat meat
Yeah,
and
they-
call
Yo,
yourself
see,
a Rasta.
Knock it out
You see?
your hand.
All right.
It's only when pressure come back and tell us, no. Rasta don't eat chicken in Jamaica.
Yeah. All right, so really and truly, the early Rasta them,
Yeah.
No.
straight vegan.
Right.
Yeah, straight vegan, but as time passed, them use the Bible to validate eating meat and them something like 12 tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 tribe, them are more so like the Christians of
Okay.
Rastafari.
Right,
You know, them
okay.
believe in a Jesus Christ and them something there.
Right.
Yeah, them eat chicken and fish, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but most Rasta, them not eat meat.
Like I win them.
I win and
Listening to
them no
I
meat.
win used to hurt my feelings.
Man, I win
I
say-
feel like
I
I
win
used
say-
to burn me up the whole time I listen to the
I
album.
win
You know?
I win say things where urinate and defecate shouldn't be within your pot or your plate.
Yo,
And that's the thing about reggae music, bro. Reggae music make you look for yourself.
yes.
Yeah. Look deep
See
with
what you
it.
talk about Irene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, the amount of things that Irene sing about, bro. I'm like, I'm going to hell.
Real talk.
You understand? Like,
No,
bro,
real
reggae
talk.
music make your consciousness.
No, it'll
light.
take you out the darkness, brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
man.
make you see yourself, you know. You have to question yourself when you listen to reggae music, you know,
Yeah.
the upfulness, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You have some Rasta man that tell us, bro, I'm rather eat meat than drop down. But you just have to know how to cook. I mean, you try Rastafari, I never used to eat meat neither. You just have to know how to cook.
Yeah.
You see me? Yeah, man, you just have to know how to cook, man. But yeah, them early Rasta, them new Rasta, yeah, them eat meat, man.
All right, I got one for you.
Ready up.
Keeping it on the music scene. 90s dancehall or 2000s?
90s.
Aye. 90s.
Okay.
No, lie, no. Can't tell
I
them
said
2000.
2000, see?
No.
Okay, watch it.
Like, reason I'm the answer so quick, because I don't like the music now.
That's why I said 2000. That's why
So-
I even went to present.
So here I know. I would take 2000s vocalists over 90s vocalists, but 90s dancehall beats and rhythms
Yes.
over 2000 beats
Over
and rhythms.
2000.
Yeah, see right now, you really can't tell the difference if it's rap beats or not, you know, in a sense. You know.
Yeah, bro.
In the 90s, it just had a certain bass line and kick to it that you know this is dancehall.
Facts.
And whether they sing or not, the dance nice because
Yeah.
of the beat alone.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I would take, but I like the vocalisms of the 2000s.
You see, all right. The reason why I'm saying
Alkaline is my artist too. You know?
Alkaline, we could
You see what I'm saying?
I'm glad they bring him up to Kai. He's a lyricist. I fall in love with lyrics, bro. Like, if you tell a story, I use metaphor and similes and them something like bro. Like
Yeah.
I can't for one, I can tell you say you read.
Mhm.
I don't like ABC lyrics at all.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, me like when you can tell me a story and literally
Yes.
me I see the story while
Yes.
you sing it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like even though Vibes Cartel him sing most time song them a bad man song.
Yeah.
Like if him tell us I'm gonna shoot out a man head in a broad daylight, you can literally he paints the picture so well, bro. Like back in the days, the lyrics them did cool,
Right.
nothing complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, me like sit down and decipher things and like, boom buckler, is there a
Yeah.
hidden message here? Or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's me.
And he ushered that in.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
He did usher that in. That's
Vibes
why I
Cartel,
like.
I had to pick up my dictionary a few times.
Yeah, man. He ushered it in. You can't be a dunce and listen to Vibes Cartel.
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna be lost in the lyrics.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But they beat them from the 90s. Yeah.
Would you say back in the 90s you had more like songs of substance than now?
I wouldn't use the word substance
As far as
because
in the dancehall realm,
Lyrical
still?
content, yeah. Like
If we just talking dancehall,
yeah.
still?
No, like in general music.
In general, yes.
Yeah.
I feel so in general. Because guess what? Where's R&B today?
Okay.
Where is R&B?
but
There's no R&B. R&B
Okay.
gone, bro.
Gone.
There's no R&B.
Nobody
See-
not cry to the girl them no more.
Tell
Bro.
me.
it's, okay, so
Remember-
substance,
I
right?
like, the one that used to cry to the girl them.
Substance is context too, you know, bro.
Talk.
Because listen, see when I listen to I come from the housing scheme. We come from the housing scheme, right? See when I listen to Cartel and I listen to Alkaline and Massacre, they might not be talking consciousness or godness, but there's substance in the way that they're painting this picture for me to relate to them. You see what I'm saying? Voices in the 90s, it was less lyrical and more like do, re, mi, fa, sol,
Yeah,
la,
yeah,
ti.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was in pocket in a sense. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that goes both ways, though. If we talking music in general, that way you just say,
Right.
you flip that. That's hip hop today.
For
So hip-hop back
dancehall
then,
artists.
yes.
Oh right, yes.
Hip hop back then was way more lyrical content as opposed to hip hop today.
Yep.
That is true.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked specifically if we talking about music
Well-
in general or just the dance.
Well, hip hop
genre.
and dancehall went in two different directions.
Fact. Dancehall evolved. and got
Dancehall
better.
evolved.
Yeah.
Hip hop dumbed down.
Yeah. Facts.
I think the same thing with dancehall right
You think
now.
it dumbed down?
Yeah, dancehall is at an ABC level right now. Same, like you have good artists right now that's making music.
You think
But-
Chronic's law is dumbed down level?
No. Why,
So the top-
no,
the
that
top
is why
dog
that is
them.
why Chronic Law is who he is right now.
Right.
Because
There's
that's
not much
that was
more, yes,
missing
yes.
in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I see you.
Yes.
I
Like
feel it. Right.
That's why you have the Chronic Laws, the massacres,
Yeah.
lyrics.
Yeah.
Majority of the man them tell us something where you don't know. Even though it have a vibe, you know. Me like bad bitch, me like
go,
go.
right.
She like pop pill. When since we start pop pill at Jamaica.
Right.
The music, at ABC there right now.
Right.
But big up the man them like Chronic Law, the massacre them. Alkaline not really put out a song like that again, but big him up too.
Yeah.
Me just love lyrics, bro. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, when me see them money and sing ABC, bro, me I wonder to myself, why me an artist? I can do that.
Facts. Yeah.
Right.
Can I do music too?
No, I know. Like, that's what yeah, you're right
I
about
look at
it.
them and I'm like, it's not no bad mind, but I'm like,
You're right.
bro,
Yeah.
step it up, bro.
Yeah.
Like real start. Yeah.
Well, you know, wow, the direction the music going in is shorter music and
Yes.
stuff you could sing in a club when you're drunk and high.
That's
Yeah.
it. A
When
vibe.
you're drunk and high, you can't think,
Think.
and hear what Cartel sing. So you have to make, and no knock to Movado, 'cause I don't think Movado was doing it thinking that you were going to be drunk and high. He just a melodic person.
Yeah.
But when I drunk and high, I could sing, I'm on the rock, so lassie fine. I drunk. But when you put on a Cartel from 2000, they're going fast.
Yeah, try to keep up like
Shit, right, you know? It might blow your eye. So that's probably, you know, what drove it in that direction. People try and get played
It's
in a
just
club and played on
evolution
the
with
radio.
people getting more lazy, bro.
Right, true.
That's in everything.
That's right.
That's in phone. Remember when we were in school, we
That's
couldn't
like
use
Wally.
calculator.
Yeah.
They say
You know, so everything I go down now,
Yeah.
even movies not good like one time.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Wally predicted. Remember the movie Wally? With a robot?
Or the
and
cartoon
all them man are
animation.
fat and they were fat at the end and not they weren't doing nothing, they get lazy and everybody just blow up
Yeah, man.
because they had the robots doing everything for them.
Yeah, man.
That's the direction we're
That's
headed
what's
in right now.
That's so the thing we complain about with
everything I got
music
done,
is
bro.
everything. Remember in school you couldn't use no calculator during a test. Now everybody, the teacher said you ain't gonna have a calculator in real life.
Yeah.
Right.
No, we have a freaking calculator on our
The
phone.
phone. You know what I mean?
So it's
Real.
like it's just one of them things, man. So and that's why when we have these conversations, I kind of struggle because it's like we know what was.
Right.
Yeah.
So we could compare what is to
Right.
what was.
But they don't
These man today, all they know is what is.
Right.
So all the noise we making about what used to be what did, that's irrelevant to them.
True.
Because they don't even have that as a reference point.
Analyze.
So all they have is what is today. So are we getting lost in what was and not evolving into what is today? Or should we, that's a struggle. Like try to show these youth like, yo, this is what was, this is what's today. Like even like when we talk about the girls, when we were growing up, you had to know how to speak to a girl.
Yeah.
Like in person, walk up to her and ask her for her number.
Yeah.
Brother, you know, in Kenya, they say, until you kill a lion, you ain't a man. Until you go out there and walk up to a complete stranger and say, hey, what's your name? And she reciprocate, and you have a conversation, and you come back with her number, you really a man? You ain't a man yet.
Well, youth afraid rejection, and that's the thing with this generation thing. You know? They don't like rejection. For me, no mean try again. I go and try your friend now. Maybe your friend might tell me yes.
But then also with the rejection.
No, just mean another opportunity or something else. But they don't like rejection. Because when they get rejected for them girls, they call them girl all kind of name.
That's why they need to go outside.
Right.
Go
So that's
outside.
why I'm saying, like, even so in our rejection is either you had no other choice.
Yep.
You couldn't just sit on, else you wouldn't get no girl.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So now, even if they get rejected, all they're gonna do is inbox the next one because they don't have to put their self out there in a vulnerable space that we did to actually be face to face with somebody and try not to get rejected. So their rejection look different from ours.
Yeah.
So of course they ain't gonna like the rejection we went through because theirs is different. All is the only thing worst case gonna happen, she gonna leave you unread and she don't respond. And you message the next one. It really costs you nothing as opposed to us going out there, mustering up your friend them watching what gonna happen, you know. These man line up in a line waiting to see what gonna happen if she gonna skin up her face at you and walk the fuck off and you gotta come back and take the walk of shame, or she gonna pull out your phone or pen or paper and write it out. Yeah. So I struggle with that, bro, because it's like, yo, we know what was.
Right.
They don't know what was. They only know what is today.
And you see, that's why tradition so important.
Yes.
Tradition very important.
Yes, brother.
When we see people that try dismantle tradition, I look on them like, are you guys crazy?
Yes.
You already know what works
Yes. Yes, exactly.
for a new age think.
Yes.
For all I know, you leading me down a fucking
Yes.
Yeah.
you leading me in a burning house.
Yes.
Right.
Because we know, oh, this did work for much years.
Yes. And the tradition is important. That's what we have to hold on to, the tradition and the culture.
Tradition and culture.
That's what we need to hold back to in this world of evolution.
Right. Yeah, man.
We can't let go of them
No.
things. Else the future gonna look much, much more different. Yeah, check. So that's a good point. I like that.
Another thing we can use, care. Don't just make everything environmentally friendly. You have people who want to drive gas car.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of what you know works.
Yeah, but to make them environmentally friendly thing, you have to use gas production, you know.
Thank you. What
understand?
them use and charge the battery then?
Right.
I send electricity to the charging station.
Yeah.
The same thing you're burning out.
Right.
Gas and oil.
Right.
Are you stupid?
Yeah.
Facts.
All the plastic and you can come from oil. So whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Okay, so here we know. Before I ask this next question, let me just say this. This next question is near and dear to VI people heart. Answering this question is going to put you in a box in certain VI circles. Okay? So you have to be very...
As long as the box full of beautiful girls.
Oh yeah, all the box them have beautiful girl in it, for sure. Right? But the answer to this question could determine whether you get a skin up face when you come to the airport or you're greeted, depending on who greets you and what box they in.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So the bag I ask this because I know culturally we have different terminologies for things. You know what tart is?
Tart?
Yeah. So like we'd make tart in like a pie and it'd be like coconut, either pineapple, guava.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And you could cut it like a pie. They have bread going around the side.
Oh, yeah.
And,
We have something named plantain tart. Yeah, I know what it is.
okay. So
yeah.
we have choices. Coconut. I think you know what? When you go to the Jamaican store, they have them in like drops, like
Drops,
coconut
yeah,
drops or
yeah.
pineapple drops.
I know.
Or what take them in a.
You Jamaican, bro? Or are you from VI?
No, when you up here, you gotta go to like taste of Jamaica to get island food or fireside.
Yeah,
so you know you're going to see these things. Jamaica have a heavy influence. Hey, watch it, bro. You could go to Alaska and find a Jamaican, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Brother,
Yeah.
one of the
Jamaica
best
coming like
Jamaican,
ants, bro.
bro, one of the best Jamaican restaurants I ever eat at was in fucking Dubai.
You understand?
Ting Irie in Dubai, King.
One thing Jamaican
Dubai, brother.
is everywhere in this world, you
The
know.
owner visited Jamaica, a restaurant in Jamaica, loved the food that much. He asked for the owner. The owner came. You and your staff, I want to open a restaurant in Dubai. I'm going to bring all of you guys there, and I want you to make this same thing in Dubai.
God,
King.
Bro, no,
Some of the
listen,
best
Jamaican
shit.
influence is
Real
unreal, you know.
damn.
Listen, bro, they
Y'all
ask
all
me
over.
who
Y'all
bigger.
the Mexicans of the Caribbean.
Bro, they ask
Damn.
the real tax. I swear,
fire, bro.
and everything.
The Mexicans of the Caribbean.
Listen, I ask somebody, if I get to the question, I ask somebody, who you think more popular in the world? In the world, not in your Western mind, you know. Bob Marley or Michael Jackson? I said, bro, I never see a Michael Jackson shot painting nowhere other than like in the United States. You see, when you go in the wall, when you go in Tibet,
I was in Thailand, bro.
Thailand, Indonesia,
Yes, King.
Australia, Hawaii,
His
anywhere you
music
go in the
playing.
wall, Bob Marley there, you know.
Facts.
Bob Marley on a shot or on a wall.
Oh, and even in the radio.
Hey, watch it. I just watched The Last of Us, the episode before last night. The first thing they see when you walk in a record store is a Bob Marley
Marley.
album cover, you know. And I said, John, no, these Jamaican is everywhere. Such a small country.
Very,
Influence
very
the
influential,
world.
man.
Right? So, coconut, guava, or pineapple tart.
Pineapple.
Okay then.
Pineapple.
Straight.
Pineapple.
All
Have
right.
to be pineapple.
So when he asked it the first time,
He said pineapple.
our cameras just went out. Like they just shut off. No, like Sony will tell you, they just shut off. So that's the universe hearing the blasphemy out this man's mouth and cut the whole production. So we don't want the production to cut again. So we go just, you know what I mean, just end the conversation there and just leave
Them
them
man
and
like
have it.
jelly in them mouth, me boy. You check, they like nuts.
You
I don't
got
like
shit,
that.
yeah. What you like?
Huh?
Sweet- the
I
sweetness,
drink
the
cocoa
sweet
water.
texture of that pineapple, that's what you like.
No, I just say.
Anyways.
Anyway,
That wasn't
hey,
a
listen,
wrong answer. It just wasn't a right
but
answer.
you gonna
So,
suffer
so most people them like coconut and then guava.
in the VI.
Yeah.
They have a thing called Tart Wars in the VI.
Really?
Yeah, in St. Croix. This is gonna be the second year coming up, come July 19th.
Oh, so it's like a big festival thing and big
And
one or something.
First of all, it started off this influencer page called West Girl out of St. Croix. She kind of like really start the conversation. Like, okay, so in the VI, right, the two main island in the US VI, if I just say VI and don't mention Tatola, they're going to get up in arms. Like, who's the real VI? You know what I mean? So, like, it's that kind of energy. Mine, you know, all of us as brothers and sisters come from the same womb. It's like Ishmael and Isaac. You see what I'm saying? Come from the same womb, same people. But the competition is ours between St. Thomas and St. Croix.
God, those are the two big
Those are the
islands.
two bigger
Okay.
island them. You know what I'm saying?
Within
And
the
they-
USVI.
Within the USVI. They further south, they talk a little bit different from us. Like we that say car, and they that say
Kiar.
they that say kiar.
Yeah.
And we that say car.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, what's a car? You know what I'm saying? Like we have them little different dialects that are a little different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So she came up with this thing online, and we just been arguing back and forth, like who's the coconut people and who's the guava people, and she just turned it into an event. That was. And they're huge,
They're
brother.
bad.
They're
It's a
bad.
good-
And
good
it's a
thing for the
bad
community.
We
It
went to
exposed-
Hardwars and had a blast.
Yeah, it exposes all the different bakers in the
And
community.
right.
It's really good.
And
time.
ain't no bad energy, you know.
It's good energy.
No, it's just good energy. It's just good, friendly. No, it's
and they do a
a
challenge to
pineapple.
everybody that come.
You see, competition is okay as long as it's not a problem.
As long as
Yes,
it's not
so
a problem.
that'll be the problem. We have to make sure how do we keep that to the point where it's not, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's the problem for me. With I love the competition, you know, but then certain people take it the wrong way. Certain people take sides, and then it's instant them against us against them
Right.
type of vibe, and it creates a division within us.
Like we just had our carnival. their carnival is in December. So they online calling our carnival trash. You know what I'm saying? And their carnival better. Well, of course, we know it coming. You know what I mean? They will never admit it. To them, their food is the best.
Yeah.
Our food trash.
Same with Jamaica. Jamaicans feel like them have the best food in the world. Yeah, Jamaica people let them know why eat nobody food.
No, St. Croix people would tell you that their food better than Jamaican food.
Oh yeah, of course.
No,
That's the thing about, we are overly confident and we love ourselves so much.
No, that's how we is.
That's how island people stay.
That's what I'm saying.
When time I hear them look at thing that I don't even feel no way.
No,
understand.
It's just,
get it.
I understand.
That's your pride. That's your pride from where you from.
But then too, at the same time too, like you guys were saying, as long as it's stay positive.
Yeah.
And what happened in the Virgin Islands that's really problematic is that St. Thomas, even though it's smaller, is the capital. That's where the government is, right? And a lot of the times, St. Croix that get second-hand things when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because really and truly,
Second-hand
St. Croix, if you develop St. Croix, it's going to be the best island. Because they're bigger, they have flat, they could plan. Our zone, we call it Rock City because it's like an island on a top of a volcano.
Picture New York and like Georgia.
Yeah.
Like how New York concrete jungle, that's St. Thomas.
That's St. Thomas.
And St. Croix more rural, more farmland,
that's what I'm
more
saying.
quiet, more laid
But
back.
for some reason, and you can make any deep argument about it, like for instance, let's say St. Croix need new desk and they have desk in St. Thomas. The government will buy brand new desk for St. Thomas and then take the desk them that were in St. Thomas and give it to St. Croix.
That type of foolishness.
That type of foolishness. So you can understand that if I from St. Thomas and you from St. Croix, there's still a little, we cool, but it gonna have that little angst in you, knowing that I from a place where I'm gonna get all the benefits, and you from a place where you ain't gonna get much. You won't get second hand. You know what I mean? Like we get potholes, but they get potholes.
Yeah.
We have street lights, they don't have no street lights.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? No,
preference
man.
going on right there.
It
is.
Because St. Thomas more is a tourist island too.
Yeah.
Most of the tourists go to that island. So of course they're going to invest in that too, because that's where the dollar's going.
That's crazy.
But they're missing opportunities, in my opinion, when it comes to St. Croix. This could be the farming island. This could be the warehouse island. This could be the refinery island.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Again, black people syndrome. Instead of us importing food from the States to feed our children in schools, St. Croix have a big farming opportunity that could feed the entire U.S. Virgin Islands. You see what I'm saying?
Some of the Caribbean.
And some of the Caribbean. You understand? But we would rather import and then cry about tariffs and this and the import instead of saying, you know what? These tariffs going to create more opportunity for us to create our own and do our own, so we don't ever have to worry about if Trump increased tariff. We'd rather cry about it than say, you know what? They have space in St. Croix. We could man, here we're going on. We're the only U.S. territory outside of Puerto Rico in the Caribbean. So instead of us saying, you know what? All these people starting to get electric cars in the Caribbean, let's try to convince Tesla to make a manufacturing hub here so it's easier for them to distribute things in the Caribbean.
True.
We wouldn't look at ourselves like that. We rather look at ourselves like, oh no, big brother, United States going to give you the money. So sometimes in the Caribbean, for a long time when I was a youth man, other islands had a hidden resentment to us because, you know, we got in welfare, we got in Section 8, in another shit in Jamaica. You live in tin house. You know what I mean? So you're going to look at me and be like, oh, that small island boy from the VI had life easy. Yes, we did. And I'd also look at it like, yo, we have all this opportunity with American dollars and we don't take advantage of it at all. But then at the same time, when I blame myself, I look around and all the other Caribbean islands and all of them corrupt. And all of them run by black people. So I can't even say if Jamaica had US dollars, they'd have been different from us. They'd have probably been worse than what it is. Because now they have more money to corrupt it with. You see what I'm saying? And it's a problem that we have as black people to really kind of like look within ourselves and say, yo, listen, in the Caribbean, we have the best of both worlds. We have African culture and history that we know and understand that we could foundation off of. And then we also have this Western capitalist culture that we could learn how to make millions from. Let's merge the two together, become self-independent. Like we ain't even a part of CARICOM, we just absorbers.
Oh.
Because we have American
Yeah.
ownership. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So them type of things that hold us back. Like it would be hard for a Jamaican to come to the US Virgin Islands and easier for him to go to St. Kitts.
Mm-hmm.
So now I can't really experience life as much as I would want within my Caribbean culture because it's difficult for them to come and enjoy this carnival with us, enjoy this culture with us that we have. Because we have our Caribbean culture, but we have this blockage in a sense. We have a benefit in some sense, but it's still a blockage. Because it's hard for you to come check me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's hard for me to connect with a man in Jamaica and be like, yeah, my
crazy,
brother, come
man.
pull up.
Need
Carnival
visa.
come pull up. You're good when you reach. But you can't even reach.
You know what I feel like? I feel like it's if the Caribbean, the whole Caribbean, put away all of the colonialistic
Yes.
ruling on them somebody and govern themselves
Yes.
as one Caribbean.
Yes.
Bro, we can't survive, you know. Trade amongst one another, brother.
B, listen,
We're good, bro.
between
Some
Puerto
feel.
Rico, Cuba, Trinidad, and Jamaica, you have oil, you have minerals, you have food, we have everything.
Everything, bro.
You see what I'm saying? And then all of us have the best thing in the world. It's an island. You could come visit us.
Yeah.
You want to swim in Jamaica today and swim in the VI tomorrow? You can.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to fill on this beach here in Jamaica that is 5 miles long? Go. And then when you're done with that, you want to come and swim on a beach that's only 300 yards long and intimate? Come over here.
Yeah, man.
We have every vibe
Everything, bro.
you could ask for.
Everything.
And we just ain't really we ain't going out our own way. You know what I mean?
But we're gonna shift, man. We're gonna shift to the final segment of the interview. It's called the currency exchange. So we know currency to be money, things of value, right? But really and truly, currency is anything that you find valuable. Okay, so currency ain't just money. It could be knowledge, it could be wealth, it could be information, it could be peace, it could be love, whatever.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what's your most valuable form of currency?
Before you answer that, let me tell you ours.
Yes.
My most valuable form of currency is relationship. As long as I could maintain relationship, be good to people, have good vibes as best as I can, I will always be in a position of opportunity to make something for myself, you know? Like I don't need to ask Negus to give me something. I could just ask, hey Negus, what a camera was I use? I have that relationship. I could take that relationship and turn it into whatever I needed to benefit myself. That's mine. His is
Mine's is knowledge.
Knowledge.
I feel like once you know something, can't unknow it,
Yeah.
and you could use that knowledge as leverage to better yourself, better other people, and just get whatever it is you need. Is there anything you need to? The thing to power, to me, it comes from knowledge. Once you know something, that's a different level of power. You understand? That it can't take away from you. You could cut off my feet, you could cut off my hands, you could make me immobile. But the knowledge that I have, you cannot stop that.
Yeah.
So that's my most valuable form of currency.
Form of
knowledge.
currency.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Two good things that man, but more I forgot with the knowledge as well too.
Yeah.
Because just for see how knowledge totally changed the trajectory of my life.
Yes.
right.
You see me, bro? You know, from I grew up a bald youth to Rastafari to now having pride within self.
Yes.
You understand? Certain life survival skills all boil down to knowledge.
Yes.
And if you know something, you can't hungry.
Yes.
You understand me? I say. So, Muda say, my most valuable currency is knowledge.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of things you can do
Yes.
and accomplish with
Yes.
that. Don't get you can reach forward relationship too.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are surviving this life is not I know who you know who know you.
Yes.
You understand them have
Yes.
links,
Yes.
especially in Jamaica.
Yes.
But if you have the knowledge, you can create them links for yourself.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
True.
you don't
Yes.
need to go to nobody. People don't come to you.
Come to you. Facts.
You know.
Facts.
So knowledge.
Powerful.
Before I leave Kyle sign us off, I really wanted to say this. I make my bones on the internet being funny, being controversial, just devil's advocate all the time. Sometimes I would devil advocate against something I believe in just so I need to be able to put the two things next to each other so I could make a conscious decision, or you could make a conscious decision.
Yeah.
And I always had followed Negus from being funny, but like I said, lately, I started to see you speak on a lot of in-depth things. And I wanted the conversation to be today exactly what it was, and not just about being funny. And you being a funny person. I really wanted to showcase that part of you. We could sit down. Because most people will look at an individual on the internet and they'll perceive the jokes as this person have no knowledge, don't care, just full of nonsense. When in reality, most of your comedians are very deep individuals with thoughts. That comedic part is a relief from the knowledge you have that burdens you, right? So you try to crack jokes to cope in sense. You just happen to laugh. But I really be doing it for myself, because all of the things I know and see and or not happening or should be happening is a burden. And I have to have some type of relief, which I will watch you, I watch Major, Bobby Sachs, and the whole of them, right? From Trinidad all the way up, all the influencers that I try to find them and watch them and support. But the reason I bring Negus Imara here is just to showcase that side of the brother that to me is extremely important in our community, that even after we work, even after we put in the content creation, even after we fix the credit, even after we do all these things, we still bedrens in the wall that have to have conscious conversations about what going on within our community so we could fast that change. And brother, I appreciate you coming and taking part, not only just in the literacy, but just in the communion of being from the Caribbean and relatable and being fearless in the message too, because when you say certain things, dog, I know in the back of your mind is like the backlash coming, you know. You know what I mean? But I have to say it. I can't. Say it, man. I should tell Kyle all the time, bro, I cannot say it. I can't know it and not say it. I can't feel it and not express it. It might hurt me. I might lose a sponsor. I might lose a supporter. But bro, it's a truth that I know within myself. I have to express this thing. Now maybe you could coach me on expressing it different. But I express things with passion. You see what I'm saying? That's how I know it. Give it to me straight. No chaser. Don't coddle me. Don't make me feel nice about it. Tell me it real. So I could feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I find that kindred spirit in you, and I was like, man, I need to really, really catch up to this brethren and game on this podcast here, because I think it's important, not only for Jamaicans or people in the Caribbean, but every person who might come across it, see the light and the truth about it, you know what I mean, and escape ourselves out this darkness, because even with this knowledge we have, you touch on it earlier, we'd still find ourselves in darkness, backsliding and things like that. That's fine. That's humanity. But because a man backsliding a certain thing, that don't mean he ain't telling you the truth. A drunken man could come tell you don't drink.
Right.
What you going to say? You ain't listening to him because he that drink? Look at his state. He telling you don't drink, brother. You see what I'm saying? So that's what draw me to you, my boy. You know what I mean? Respect. Not just the comedy. Comedy was always a fun, but especially when Cartel come out and you start to put certain things in perspective from the Jamaican perspective, from his influence. I remember, listen, the first one, I watched that episode, I think you had on, what his name is, an artist, and you say something about Andrew Holness, and the man start to get up and say, yo, no man, I got from here. You see what I'm saying? And you say what you had to say, that was powerful to me, my boy, because as a man within my own community, went through that tribulation with pride, I have to say certain things, and I cannot say it, and I know it's going to harm me in certain areas, but I ain't going to never sit down in my bed knowing that I could have said something and didn't say it. It's going to burn me more than you could burn me by not liking what I say. It's going to eat me alive. Bro. I have to get it out.
We have the same thought
you see what I'm saying? Bro. So I appreciate you, brother.
Likewise, and big up for link up with me and know I'm gonna be a part of it, bro. This was very fun, and learn some things and want to learn even more about the financial literacy. Learn certain things about the different islands and all these things, So it was a joy being here, bro. You got certain places and 90% of what them want to talk about are straight rubbish. I mean, I enjoy them one day too, but like this refreshing, Yeah, we have some serious conversation and bounce ideas off each other's and them. Some of them like that, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
More success to Uno and the podcast and the whole team and we'll do the damn thing, man.
Definitely. And like I say, I touched on it earlier, King. You ain't know us from no place. Your platform way bigger than ours, and you still come and you bless us with your presence, King. And that alone, I rate you for that, King.
Respect.
As a lot of men that stay on their high porches and stuff and look down and be like, nah, me ain't doing that. Skin up the face to the man below them. Not knowing what type of value you could get from that person below you or that person that's not on the level that you're on. Yeah. And you didn't approach us with that level of arrogance or
so you're mad, man.
Indifference. So I really, really, really appreciate that, King. And like Red say, these conversations are necessary, brother, because and the purpose for Caribbean Currency podcast is to highlight our guests in a way that people could see them.
Right.
Not see you for whatever the internet think you are.
Right.
Yes. See you for who you are. Smart, black, intelligent king. That's what the internet needs to see. They need to hear you speak from that level of passion and with that level of conviction that you have when it comes to whatever it is you're convicted about and you're passionate about. Fully. And certain areas where it might not be deemed, you probably can't go on your own platform and have a 3-hour conversation about these things.
Right.
So that's where we come in and we could be that outlet where you could go ahead and vent and speak your truth to power. You know what I mean? So again, I just want to thank you for coming, King, and blessing us with your presence.
One link, bro. And as I said, anytime you want to be a guest, man, as long as I'm free, I'm there.
Yes,
hey, you know how I know when Negus get big? I used to DM Negus, I had a couple conversation. As when I DM him again, I went and looked at the followers. I said, he can't see this. No, man, about 70 other messages in there. He can't see this. Say, hey, Ronnie, listen. Ronnie, link the eye for me, no, Ronnie. Hey, Pressure, listen, when you go down there, link the eye for me, man. But
to your relationships thing.
That's to my relationship thing. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want to know, and I want others to know, I don't never feel like Negus ignore me. Bro, sometimes a man that grows so big, he can't handle everything. Yeah. I never take it as that, I take it as, okay,
Thank you.
I go, that's...
There are some people out there like...
No, man, brother.
Like, see the message on purpose.
But if you go back in the message, you're talking to me straight. Yeah. But I know where you was at that point. Yeah. And then when I noticed I wasn't getting a response, I went and checked the followers first. And I don't say to myself, no, man, it's too much messages. He ain't going to see that. You see what I'm saying? But I know how to reach him, so I'm going to reach him how I need to reach him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because the vibes were on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I respect it because it wasn't no hassle, it wasn't no nothing. I was just here, man. Whenever you're free and give a date, you come try and bless us up and we really, as Black Caribbean men, we're proud of your success,
exactly.
Respect, you know what I mean? And everything that I point to it because trust me, you that do this on a daily basis, we probably might do this here once every 2 months, and to get an interview up is a lot. So for you to do your own content creating and editing and stuff, that is work. Yeah. Anybody thinking this thing is some hobby, it's not a hobby. Yeah. This thing requires time and energy and man, I really craft the thing so they could stand out and separate itself. That's what I'm saying. And really respect it. And I'm glad you do the podcast too. Yeah. I'm glad you have the podcast because I always say, we have to have, if we're a minority, we have to have the major voices out there. Yeah. So I'm saying, and me alone can't do it, and you alone can't do it. But all of us collectively preaching a positive message is how we that stem the tide. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? So respect, man.
Respect
every time, man.
Like I say, this ain't gonna be the last. We got a lot of things to talk about.
Oh, you mean, man? Yeah, man.
We're gonna definitely link
fully
and really get some things moving and talk about that economic empowerment that we spoke about earlier. Yeah. And getting that energy, King. You know what I mean? But as far as this episode of Caribbean Currency, It was great. It was amazing. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Large up my brother Negus
And
again.
comment
for touching
too.
through.
Comment.
You don't know. This ain't gonna be the last time you're gonna see him on our platform.
People hear that.
Oh.
Make sure that if they not call me, then I put them on blast. I say, oh, you tell me that I forward back up, I'm gonna forward back up here. So make sure they don't call me.
For sure.
Code Red Jamaica.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
We got think our code where we would go and talk to the youth, them in the schools, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we take
And
people in position.
We take people in position with us to
talk
inspire
the
them.
kids,
You.
to inspire them. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
some folks that like Cartel went to jail, come out. That's who we do. We start with those so they could know what not to do.
Yeah.
And then we give them the example of what to do.
Right.
Yes,
That's what I'm
sir.
saying.
So we
Yeah,
gonna talk
man, I
about
mean,
that
man.
thing.
Yeah, man.
For
For
sure,
sure,
bro.
bro.
A lot of community works happening over here.
Yeah, man.
Ain't
Yeah,
just
man,
talk,
most
you know what I
definitely.
mean?
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I'm down, bro.
For sure. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Like, share, subscribe, Caribbean Currency. On behalf of myself, Redman, Sony, and Negus Imara, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and see you on the next episode. Peace.
Just need a big bag, I'ma get it so fast, I'm so fast. And when I get that money, I'ma make that last. Caribbean currency, we make that money last. We make it last. I just need a big bag, I'ma get it fast, give